Chapter 576. Yao Bing was very sad. On one hand, it was because everyone misunderstood that there was something between her and Wang Zhong. On the other hand, Chen Jiqiang did not trust her after half a year of love. He did not even listen to her explanation and left. Bing Bing, don't be sad. Jiqiang might be angry temporarily. Someone comforted her. Li Tu, you're too much. How can you say that? Mao Jianhua suddenly stood up. He originally wanted to show off today and make his classmates envious. He did not expect that not only did he fail to show off, but he also lost face. What the hell was this? Mao Jianhua, what did I say? Yao Bing and Chen Jiqiang are not married yet. That means I have a chance. Isn't that right, everyone? Wang Zhong looked at his classmates. No one said anything because they felt that Li Tu was no longer the honest person he used to be. He would not be bullied by others. You're trying to break them up on purpose. They're so loving and so compatible. Mao Jianhua was exasperated. No matter what, they're not married yet. Wang Zhong was still undaunted. I'm leaving. Mao Jianhua knew that he could not do anything to Wang Zhong. He turned and left. The others did not want to stay any longer because there were at least 2,000 dishes on the table. Even the person who was treating them had left. Were they going to wait for the bill to be paid? If you have something to do, you can leave first. I'll take care of this table. Wang Zhong waved his hand. Then, Director Li, we'll leave first. Everyone left. Yao Bing drank a mouthful of red wine and stared at Wang Zhong. It's you. You caused me to fall out of love. Bing Bing, I should congratulate you. At least you don't have to follow that useless Chen Jiqiang anymore. What do you think? Yao Bing suddenly cried. At this moment, only the two of them were left in the room. Seeing her cry, Wang Zhong, who was about to leave, paused for a moment. After thinking about it, Wang Zhong frowned. Yao Bing was obviously a little drunk. It was not good to leave her here alone. Although he wanted to be a scumbag, it did not mean that he wanted to do something immoral. Li Tu, it's all your fault. It's all your fault. Why are you so bad? Yao Bing cried. Wang Zhong unhurriedly took out a wine glass and poured himself a glass. Congratulations on your breakup. Cheers. Yao Bing naturally ignored Wang Zhong and snorted. Are you happy now? Of course I'm happy, but this is also good for you. Do you think Chen Jiqiang likes you? Of course he likes me. Yao Bing roared. If it weren't for you, we would have gotten married. Is that so? But back then in school, I remember that he liked another girl. That girl was extremely ugly. I know what you want to say. At that time, he was indeed with that girl, but Jiqiang said that after graduation, they rarely contacted each other, so they broke up. You believe such a stupid reason? Then let me tell you. When he was with that woman, Chen Jiqiang spent a lot of her money. Do you understand? Impossible. Jiqiang is not that kind of person. We are both boys. Of course, I know about the things between boys. Otherwise, why do you think Chen Jiqiang would date that ugly girl? Alright, that guy is also very utilitarian. When he was with you, he should have hinted to you to invest, right? In fact, Wang Zhong was just spouting nonsense. He just wanted to drive a wedge between the two of them. He did not expect that he guessed correctly. Yao Bing could not help but remember some of the things that Chen Jiqiang said before. At that time, Chen Jiqiang really asked her to mortgage the house in the city center. Although Yao Bing's family was ordinary, her family was local. When the house was demolished in the early years, her parents gave her the best house because it would reduce the tax. This house was worth more than 3 million. Yao Bing once talked to Chen Jiqiang about it. After that, Chen Jiqiang asked her to mortgage the house from time to time. Of course, she did not agree. After all, this was her house. Why, he really wants you to use money. Seeing Yao Bing's expression, Wang Zhong knew that he guessed correctly. So what? I believe that he is doing it for our future. Ha ha ha. your ability to analyze yourself is quite good. Then I am curious. Did you lend him money? Asked Wang Zhong. No. Even you didn't lend him money. Why do you want me to invest in him? Is he my son or grandson? Wang Zhong was blunt. You. Yao Bing couldn't answer for a while. She suddenly felt that her previous request to Wang Zhong seemed to be a little too much. Of course, it was impossible for her to admit it now. She snorted and said, "Who asked you to be rich?" "Oh, is it a crime for me to be rich now? It's not easy to be rich." "Of course. You are rich. Of course you have a big responsibility. Otherwise, why are you rich? You are too good at talking. I can't win against you." Realizing that Wang Zhong deliberately took advantage of her, Yao Bing said angrily, "You are good at talking." After saying that, Yao Bing felt that something was wrong. Why did it seem like she was flirting with Wang Zhong? She clearly hated him. Then, she turned her head and drank another mouthful of wine. She said with a sad face, "I fell out of love. Anyway, it's all your fault. How about this? Take it as my apology. Let's drink until we are drunk." Yao Bing rolled her eyes at Wang Zhong and snorted, "Who wants to drink with you?" "Humph." Although she said that, she didn't leave. Instead, she drank again. Actually, she was already very drunk at this time. Otherwise, she wouldn't have stayed here to drink with Wang Zhong. She was feeling very uncomfortable. She desperately wanted to drink and completely empty herself. She couldn't figure out why Chen Jiqiang didn't believe her and would rather believe Li Tu's nonsense. "Li Tu, why doesn't Chen Jiqiang believe me but a scumbag like you?" Wang Zhong was speechless. She was drunk and still scolded him. It seemed that his scumbag was deeply ingrained in her heart. "You are already very drunk. Let's go." Wang Zhong was ready to help Yao Bing up and leave. He thought that Yao Bing would definitely struggle. Unexpectedly, she stood up voluntarily and let Wang Zhong help her up. "It seems that she is really drunk." Wang Zhong finally recognized Yao Bing's alcohol tolerance. After drinking last time, she was also drunk and let him take her away. It was the same this time. Fortunately, he was a gentleman. Otherwise, Yao Bing's belly would have been big. There was a hotel upstairs. Wang Zhong booked a room. He threw Yao Bing on the bed. Yao Bing curled up in pain and suddenly cried, "Why don't you believe me? Why don't you believe me?" Whoa. Well, she was still thinking about it. Wang Zhong shook his head. After washing her face, he also took a bath. Because he was very tired, Wang Zhong lay on the side. The night passed quickly. What made him confused was that when he woke up the next morning, Yao Bing was lying on top of him. Damn, this is too melodramatic. Wang Zhong was stunned. Yesterday, he seemed to be flirting with words, saying that he wanted to pursue Yao Bing and like her. In fact, he did not have such thoughts at all. He said that purely to annoy her. To him, people like Yao Bing were too troublesome. He did not want to bother with her. However, he did not expect Yao Bing to be lying on top of him. This made him want to kick Yao Bing off. At this time, he suddenly realized that something was wrong with Yao Bing. Although her eyes were still closed, they seemed to be jumping. This girl could not have woken up, right? In fact, Wang Zhong guessed correctly. Yao Bing was indeed awake at this time. Then, she recalled what happened yesterday. For a moment, she was so embarrassed that she did not know what to say. Especially at this time, she and Wang Zhong were actually in such an ambiguous position together. Suddenly, Yao Bing sat up. She covered herself with a blanket and ran to the toilet. Wang Zhong thought for a moment and came to the toilet door. "Yao Bing, are you okay?" "It's none of your business." Yao Bing shouted. Your temper is too bad." Wang Zhong was speechless. "Don't misunderstand. Although we were together last night, I did not do anything to you." Of course, Yao Bing knew this. At this moment, she was feeling very complicated. Previously, she really hated Wang Zhong. She thought that he was a scumbag. Not only did he not help her and Chen Jiqiang, he even broke them up. However, Wang Zhong's words yesterday had caused her to come to a sudden realization. Yes, even she, as his girlfriend, was not willing to help Chen Jiqiang. Why should others help? Why? Thinking carefully, she suddenly realized that Li Tu seemed to be more powerful than Chen Jiqiang. Sometimes, Chen Jiqiang's words were very emotional. However, after interacting with Li Tu, she realized that Li Tu was very polite. After interacting with him carefully, she realized that Li Tu's personality was not bad. In fact, he was very manly. At the very least, when she was lying in front of him, Li Tu could sit still. This was not something that any random man could do. Unknowingly, even Yao Bing herself didn't realize that she had developed a good impression of Wang Zhong. Soon, Yao Bing came out. She glanced at Wang Zhong and frowned. "Move aside." Wang Zhong could only move aside and spread his hands. I said, "What do you mean?" "Humph, what do I mean?" "You took advantage of me." "What do you mean?" Yao Bing sat on the bed and hugged her arms. It was not that she did not want to wear clothes, but she had no choice. Yesterday's clothes were full of alcohol, especially her underwear. She seemed to have vomited a little. The smell was very bad and she could not wear it. "Humph, what do you mean? What do you mean?" Wang Zhong could tell that the current Yao Bing didn't seem to hate him. "This is the second time you brought me to your room. Who asked you to be drunk?" Wang Zhong shook his head and sighed. "Then you stay here. I'll leave first." "Wait." Yao Bing frowned. "My clothes are so dirty. How can I wear them out?" Do you want me to go downstairs to buy clothes?" That's the only way." Yao Bing snorted and took out 500 yuan from her wallet. "Just pick 2 clothes for me. They don't have to be too expensive." She was quite thrifty. Wang Zhong noticed this earlier. Yao Bing's clothes were not branded. However, she matched them well. This showed that her taste was not bad. Chapter 577. "Here, I bought the clothes for you." After going out for about an hour, Wang Zhong bought more than 30,000 worth of clothes and 2 pairs of high heels. Of course, because it was morning, he also bought buns and soy milk for breakfast. You bought so much." Yao Bing was completely shocked. There were 6 sets of clothes, 3 skirts, 3 pairs of jeans, and 7 or 8 pairs of underwear, all of which were branded. Although she usually did not wear branded things, it did not mean that she did not know that these clothes and shoes together cost at least 30,000. And she only gave Wang Zhong 500. Thinking back to when Wang Zhong took her 500, she muttered in her heart that Wang Zhong did not know how to take the initiative to express himself. She did not expect that she would misunderstand. Although Wang Zhong took 500, he bought so many clothes for her. "I didn't know what style you want to wear, so I picked a few more. I'll give them all to you." It's too much. You don't need so much." At this moment, Yao Bing was embarrassed. After all, gifts blind the eyes, and with so many things in front of her, it was hard for her to say anything tough. "Why, you don't like it?" "No. Of course not." Yao Bing quickly shook her head and lowered her head. "Didn't I give you 500? Why did you buy so many for me? Consider it a gift. Why, are you embarrassed?" "Humph. Consider it a return. After all, I earned so much for you. Think what you want. If there's nothing else, I'll leave first." Wang Zhong put down his breakfast and left. Yao Bing's mood was very complicated. Compared to Chen Jiqiang, although Wang Zhong looked cold and cynical sometimes, he looked like a scumbag. But after careful contact, she found that he was quite considerate. For example, breakfast. After being with Chen Jiqiang for half a year, he did not buy it for her even once. When Wang Zhong returned to his office, Su Xiaoyan walked in unhappily. Of course, Wang Zhong knew the reason for her unhappiness. He sent a message to Su Xiaoyan last night, saying that he drank too much and was staying outside. It was normal for Su Xiaoyan to have thoughts. Fortunately, Wang Zhong did not promise Su Xiaoyan anything before. Your breakfast. Su Xiaoyan passed him a steamed bun. I ate before I came. How did you sleep last night? Wang Zhong asked. It was a little boring when you weren't around. Su Xiaoyan was smart enough not to ask too many questions. She knew that forcing a man too much would only make him feel annoyed. Yeah, I had a class reunion last night and drank a little too much. By the way, is the villa ready? Wang Zhong was referring to another villa where he lived. He was going to buy it for Su Xiaoyan to live in. In fact, it was also an investment. After all, money would depreciate if it was left there, but a house would be much safer. Yes, it's here. The landlord said that we can sign the contract any time. Then let's go now. Let's go and find her. By the way, did you like that place? Su Xiaoyan blushed. Of course she liked it. She couldn't help but ask, is it really for me? Of course. Wang Zhong was actually speechless in his heart. Sometimes the little girl was really gullible. The name of the house was not written for her, but Su Xiaoyan was still so happy. He couldn't help but think of a girl who didn't want her husband who paid her tuition and living expenses. She turned around and ran away with an old man for 2 bags of about 10,000 yuan and a verbal promise of 30 million yuan. Looking back, the 2 bags of 10,000 yuan were reimbursed by the old man with public funds. It turned out that the old man didn't pay anything and easily got a wife. Wang Zhong couldn't help but want to say, excellent. So it could be seen that the girls who had just graduated were really gullible. Of course, boys were even more gullible, because this time the boy lost the most, both the girl and the money. Then Wang Zhong drove the car and went to find the landlord with Su Xiaoyan. After checking the things in the house, they went to the real estate trading center on the spot to go through the formalities. It was already noon when they finished. Wang Zhong and Su Xiaoyan made do with eating in the noodle restaurant opposite the company. They looked at the stock market and found that the 2 stocks he bought were still rising, which made Wang Zhong feel good. Now he calculated that he used the 100 million yuan, which was almost 20 million yuan to buy 2 houses. More than 5 million yuan to buy the company and 10 shops. 20 million yuan to invest in the stock market and more than 1 million yuan to buy a car. But the return was also good. He had earned tens of millions of yuan in the stock market. When he played by Jiala in Su Biao's place, that guy let him win almost 10 million yuan. Overall, it was very good. Strange, why didn't Su Biao contact him? Wang Zhong thought in his heart while eating the noodles. In fact, at this time, Su Biao and Zhang Kai-tai were also thinking about Wang Zhong. These days, they were worried that it would cause Wang Zhong's disgust, so they deliberately didn't contact Wang Zhong. But it was not a way to not contact him. One must know that now they had invested almost 10 million yuan in Wang Zhong. These were all investments to lure Wang Zhong to gamble. They needed to be recovered. Zhang Kai-tai, call that guy and tell him that I came back from a business trip. Invite him to wash my feet and give him a few houses by the way. Su Biao said casually. In fact, there was no business introduction. He said this purely to find an excuse to get close to Wang Zhong. Oh, I'll call right away. Zhang Kai-tai was now Su Biao's follower. When the phone call came, Wang Zhong smiled. He was thinking about why they didn't contact him. He didn't expect that the next moment, they called. They sent money again. After hanging up the phone, Wang Zhong smiled. In the afternoon, Wang Zhong came to a foot massage shop as scheduled. Director Li, I have a friend who has a few houses to sell. I will have to trouble you when the time comes. While washing his feet, Su Biao started to talk about this matter. Naturally, these words were said casually in order to lure Wang Zhong into continuing the bet. Thank you, Brother Biao, for your care. Haha, this is nothing. Oh yeah, have you continued to play that recently? Su Biao pretended to ask casually. I forgot my account recently. I was just about to call you, Brother Biao, said Wang Zhong. Then you have delayed a lot of time to get rich. Isn't that so? But I have been busy recently. Why don't you play a few more rounds with me in the afternoon? Sure, this is a small matter. The two of them laughed and had their own thoughts. Wang Zhong made up his mind. If he lost 1,000,000 yuan this time, he would leave immediately. He came to Su Biao's house again. This time, Zhang Kai-tai was not there. Su Biao turned on the computer and smiled. I saved the account for you last time. You should save it later. Brother Biao, you are so considerate. Wang Zhong sat in his seat and added another 5,000,000 yuan to his account. Seeing Wang Zhong's generosity, Su Biao was even more certain that Wang Zhong was a tycoon. If he was not so rich, who would be so awesome to throw out 5,000,000 yuan without batting an eyelid? Brother Biao, how much do you think I should win this time? Wang Zhong looked at the beautiful dealer on the screen and asked. Sometimes, Wang Zhong did not know how these people who claimed to be doing live broadcast dealt. He guessed that this was not a real live broadcast, but a pre-recorded one. When the big data was ready to eat a big player, whichever one you bet on would lose. Although the screen looked like a live broadcast, it was actually a quick change of the picture on the card at the moment the card was flipped. So sometimes when playing, the screen would suddenly freeze. Many people thought that it was because the network signal was bad. In fact, it was deliberately done by the back end of the website. This depends on luck. To be honest, although I have grasped some of the rules, sometimes you need luck too. Well, that's true. Let's see. They started playing. Wang Zhong noticed that Su Biao still had his hands in his pockets. He did not need to look to know that Su Biao would secretly play tricks like last time. After a few simple rounds, they were all bets of 100 to 200,000 yuan. There were wins and losses. Wang Zhong knew that the person behind this might want to kill him. After all, he had won almost 10,000,000 yuan. If he was aware that he was addicted, there was no need to go easy on him. I'm not playing anymore. After losing 7 to 800,000 yuan, Wang Zhong stood up. Looks like my luck is not good today. What's wrong? You see, if I bet big, you kill me. If I bet small, you win. Isn't this showing that my luck is not good? Forget it, I still have things to do. This made Su Biao anxious. He had already spent so much effort on Wang Zhong. If he left, wouldn't all his previous money be wasted? Wait. What's wrong? I said, let's play next time. My luck is not good today. Su Biao knew that if a normal person said this, it meant that he was not addicted. At this time, he had to let him win more. Forget it, you can't catch the wolf without risking the child. Looks like I have to throw in more. Su Biao knew very well that for rich people, he had to throw in more money. He had not encountered such a situation before, but he had heard of it. In the past, there was a tycoon who played this game with him. He threw in 30 to 50 million yuan. In the end, he succeeded in making the tycoon feel that this game was not bad. After that, he played the fourth game and lost 500 million yuan in one night. He directly turned the tycoon into a homeless person. In Su Biao's opinion, although this Wang Zhong was not as rich as the tycoon, he should have a net worth of more than 100 million yuan. Besides, he had to get the intermediary company. Thinking of this, he made up his mind and smiled. Anyway, it's still early. Let's play a few more rounds. Forget it. How about this? Let's play 3 more rounds. If it's good, we'll continue. How about it? Okay. Wang Zhong thought to himself, I've already said so. Why don't you let me win a few rounds? Immediately, Wang Zhong played poker on the spot. Let's see this round. If I lose, I'll just leave. Su Biao did not expect Wang Zhong to be so ruthless. He still had more than 4 million yuan in his account. He actually played poker directly. He could also see that Wang Zhong did not seem to have any patience. Thinking of this, he put his hand into his pocket and secretly sent a message. Idle wins. The dealer on the computer said. Damn, I really won. Wang Zhong laughed. Brother Biao, luckily you let me play for a while longer. Su Biao laughed. He thought to himself, I'll let you be happy for a while. In the future, I'll let you lose until you have nothing left. Chapter 578. Sure enough, his luck was pretty good this time. After that, Wang Zhong went all in and won over 10 million gold coins. Ha ha ha, not bad, not bad. Seems like I have to play more often in the future. This money is too easy to earn. Wang Zhong's simple and honest appearance made Su Biao feel much more at ease. He had already cast so many nets. This Li too must be addicted. Next, it's time to slaughter the pig. I think you are lucky today. How about we continue after dinner? Looking at Su Biao's smiling face, Wang Zhong nodded without hesitation. Sure, I'll treat you for dinner. Wang Zhong guessed that if he continued to play, Su Biao would definitely close the net. There was no point in playing anymore. How should he turn against him next? All of a sudden, Wang Zhong smiled as he thought of a brilliant idea. This idea could not only turn against him, but if he played it well, he might even make a fortune. At night, Wang Zhong organized a dinner at a hotel. He even brought Su Xiaoyan along. Tonight will depend on your performance. If you do well, I will bring you to buy a car tomorrow. Wang Zhong promised as they walked into the hotel. Yes, it's just acting. That's easy. Su Xiaoyan was full of confidence. In the private room, Zhang Kai-tai and Su Biao were already prepared. Later, let Li Tu drink a few more glasses. When he is drunk, open his laptop and let him top up. It's best if he can top up to $30 to $50 million. Once he loses all his money, he will definitely want to recoup his losses. At that time it will be easy. Su Biao explained. Zhang Kai-tai nodded. He did not realize that this was a way to deal with Wang Zhong. In fact, it was used to deal with him previously. Director Li, you even brought your girlfriend. When Wang Zhong entered the room, Su Biao smiled warmly. Hey, Xiaoyan, come and sit. Zhang Kai-tai was also very friendly. Haha, Director Su, Director Zhang, I'm sorry. There was a traffic jam. Wang Zhong laughed and sat down with Su Xiaoyan. I heard from Brother Biao that you've earned quite a bit this afternoon. Congratulations. I'll learn from you when I play this game in the future. Zhang Kai-tai raised his glass and said with a smile, Cheers. Okay. Wang Zhong was amused. But at this moment, Su Xiaoyan suddenly clutched her stomach. It's so uncomfortable. What's wrong? Wang Zhong turned pale with fright. My stomach hurts. I feel terrible. I want to go to the hospital. Hurry up and leave. The sudden situation caught Su Biao and Zhang Kai-tai somewhat unprepared. They didn't expect things to turn out this way. If they let Wang Zhong leave, wouldn't tonight's plan fall through? How about this? I'll ask the driver to take her to the hospital, and we'll continue eating. Su Biao quickly said. No, Brother Li, take me to the hospital. Su Xiaoyan said sweetly. This. Wang Zhong looked hesitant. Why don't you go by yourself? I don't want to. You have to accompany me. But, Xiaoyan, listen to me. The driver will take you to the hospital. Zhang Kai-tai also said. I don't want to. Su Xiaoyan suddenly shook her head. Why don't you let Brother Li take me? Brother Li, let's go. Xiaoyan. Zhang Kai-tai walked over anxiously. Su Xiaoyan fell to the ground with a look of disbelief. Brother Li, he pushed me and hit me. Whoa. Wow, Su Xiaoyan really started crying. Wang Zhong couldn't help but give her a thumbs up in his heart. Immediately, Wang Zhong's expression changed. He pointed at Zhang Kai-tai and scolded, How dare you hit my woman? I didn't. I thought of you as a good brother. President Li, don't be angry. Su Biao wanted to be a peacemaker, but Wang Zhong didn't care about him. He turned and left. Xiaoyan, let's go. When Wang Zhong and Su Xiaoyan left, Su Biao and Zhang Kai-tai still felt like they were in a dream. Brother Biao, I. Bang. Su Biao kicked Zhang Kai-tai and scolded him. Why the F***ck did you push Su Xiaoyan for no reason? Great, now the duck in the mouth flew away. The situation just now was too sudden. Su Biao only saw Zhang Kai-tai and Su Xiaoyan touch each other for a while. He didn't expect Su Xiaoyan to fall to the ground. This made Zhang Kai-tai very depressed. He didn't know what was going on. F***ck, I can only wait until later to touch him. I must make him lose all his money. Looking at the angry Su Biao, Zhang Kai-tai couldn't help but shudder. Ha ha ha. In the car, Su Xiaoyan laughed happily. Didn't you see the two of them when we left? They looked like they were in a daze. It seems like they didn't expect me to suddenly have a stomachache and that you would cut ties with them. Isn't that so? It's all thanks to your good acting. After being praised, Su Xiaoyan was even happier. However, she still reminded him, although we used an excuse to get rid of them this time, they definitely won't let it go. What should we do if they continue to pester you? Different situations call for different measures. If they annoy me, then I'll just turn hostile. That's true. Who's afraid of who? Su Xiaoyan also became arrogant. The next day, Wang Zhong took Su Xiaoyan to look at a car. Buying a car for Su Xiaoyan, of course, wouldn't be too expensive. In Wang Zhong's view, buying a car for her was also to make Su Xiaoyan feel more assured and loyal to him. The car they looked at was about 100,000 yuan. Although it was cheap, Su Xiaoyan was very happy. After all, she was just an ordinary working-class person. At that time, she didn't even dare to think about buying a car. Now, she had a car. From this, it could be seen that Su Xiaoyan was a woman who didn't have high requirements. It was already noon when they bought the car. When they just returned to the company, they didn't expect Su Biao to be waiting at the door for a long time. Sure enough, this guy is really haunting me. Wang Zhong said with a cold face, Brother Biao, I know that Zhang Kai-tai is your brother, but am I not? He actually hit my girlfriend in front of me. You see, my girlfriend quarreled with me for the whole night. Today, I bought a car for her. Wang Zhong took out the receipt for the car and placed it in front of Su Biao. Su Biao cursed in his heart. King won more than 20 million yuan from me. 100,000 yuan is nothing. But he had to apologize. You see, I'm here to apologize. Forget it. Anyway, I know that you and Zhang Kai-tai are close. Su Biao thought to himself that he and Zhang Kai-tai are close. He said, how about this, I'll set up a table tonight to apologize to you. This? All right. At night, Wang Zhong didn't hold back. He brought Su Xiaoyan to a restaurant and ordered a lot of dishes. They ate happily. After eating, as expected, Su Biao proposed to continue playing by Jala. I heard that it's not easy to win. Let's forget about it. Su Xiaoyan said. This, Wang Zhong pretended to hesitate. What's not easy to win? Didn't President Li win so much a while ago? All right then. Wang Zhong pretended to be reluctant. And let's go. Su Biao was overjoyed. Let's go to my office. They came to Wang Zhong's office and started playing. Sure enough, after playing a few rounds, he lost more than he won. Su Xiaoyan started to throw a tantrum at the side. See, I told you. This is a game where I lose a lot. I'm not playing anymore. Wang Zhong also pretended to be impatient. Fine, fine. My good luck has been ruined by you. I'm not playing anymore. At this moment, Su Biao couldn't wait to kill Su Xiaoyan. From his point of view, he had already succeeded this time. He had made Wang Zhong lose a huge amount of money. Wang Zhong had been addicted to it and wanted to recoup his losses. When the time came and he didn't let him play, Wang Zhong would probably beg to play. But halfway through, someone came out of nowhere. He didn't expect Su Xiaoyan to be there. After thinking about it, he decided to go easy on Su Xiaoyan and let her discover the benefits of this game. When she was addicted, it would be time to reel in the net. At that time, this young couple would want to play and it would be easier to make money. Su Biao had no choice but to do this. I won, I really won. In just 10 minutes, he played a dozen rounds and won more than $1 million. Wang Zhong thought in his heart. Sure enough, with Su Xiaoyan's participation, Su Biao was worried that he wouldn't play, so he could only endure the pain and go easy on him. But this time, there weren't many who went easy. Wang Zhong estimated that he had reached his limit. Wow, it's late. Go back early and continue playing tomorrow. Wang Zhong looked at the time and said, Okay. Su Biao was unwilling. He had lost almost 25 million. He believed that Wang Zhong and Su Xiaoyan should be intoxicated. The next step would be to kill. But what made him dumbfounded was that when he called Wang Zhong the next day, Wang Zhong sighed and said, "Recently, Xiaoyan is not feeling well. I have to take care of her often. I won't talk to you anymore. I'll send her to the hospital." After hanging up the phone, Su Biao was stunned. At this moment, he felt that something was wrong and he was a little scared. This money wasn't actually his, but his boss's. Usually, when a scammer like him found a target, he would ask the boss to go easy on him. This time, Wang Zhong was rich, so he went easy on him. Although this money wasn't paid by him, he still had a share. If the customer ran away halfway, he would be responsible. Big brother, this guy suddenly stopped playing and said that he wants to take care of his woman. What? You still don't want to do anything? This is 25 million. King said he stopped playing? Yeah. I don't care. If he doesn't want to play, you pay for it. Slap. The phone was hung up. Su Biao wanted to cry but no tears came out. Wow, this car is so nice. 10 days later, Su Xiaoyan finally mentioned her new car. Although it wasn't a good car, she was satisfied. Ring ring ring. On the way home, Wang Zhong accompanied Su Xiaoyan. It could be seen that Su Xiaoyan was a new driver and wasn't very familiar with driving, so Wang Zhong taught her along the way. At this time, a phone rang. Su Xiaoyan quickly drove the car to the side of the road. Hello, Xiaoyan. Mom. Su Xiaoyan called. What's the matter? You child, can't Mom call you to say hello? No, I just wanted to say it. Okay, what are you doing? I'm outside. Hearing Su Xiaoyan's answer, Wang Zhong felt strange. Buying a new car was such a good thing. Why didn't she tell her mom? Chapter 579. Oh, what are you doing outside? The weather has been cold recently. You have to wear more clothes, do you understand? The woman on the other end of the phone said calmly. Although it was words of concern, Wang Zhong didn't seem to hear much concern. What was going on? And looking at Su Xiaoyan's expression, it seemed that she was speaking perfunctorily. The mother and daughter chatted briefly, and the woman said, "How's work recently?" It's pretty good. That's good. As a girl, you don't need to earn much money. Anyway, you're going to get married. These days, several matchmakers came over and said that they're going to set you up on a blind date. I saw a few young men, and they're pretty good. One of them is a team leader in the factory. He works overtime every day. Alright, there's also a chef. Although his salary is only 3,000 now, it's said that after he becomes a full-time employee, he'll be the boss. That's pretty good. Wang Zhong was speechless. It wasn't that he didn't like these jobs, but from the meaning of these words, Su Xiaoyan obviously didn't tell her mother about her situation. Her mother thought that she was living a poor life. And from what she said, her mother obviously didn't know about his existence. I have a boyfriend. In order to prevent her mother from setting her up on a blind date, Su Xiaoyan could only say this. Ah, you have a boyfriend. Is he from the city? How much is his salary? What's his condition? I'm telling you, if he's poor, I won't agree. I know, don't worry. And you have to be smart. After all, it wasn't easy for us to raise you. You have to know how to repay the kindness. Do you understand? How much money do you have saved now? Mom, Why are you asking this? Su Xiaoyan frowned. Your brother has a girlfriend. The other party wants 288,000 as betrothal money and a car. We've calculated. You've been working for so long, so you should have saved some. You have to help your brother with this money. Su Xiaoyan's mother didn't hold back. Instead, she took it for granted. Mom, I haven't been working for long. Where would I get the money? To her, even though Wang Zhong was a rich man, let alone a few 100,000, wouldn't he be able to take out a few million in a matter of minutes? However, she wanted to be serious with Wang Zhong. If she really asked Wang Zhong for money, Wang Zhong would definitely have thoughts about her. Therefore, she definitely wouldn't say much. Didn't you say that you have a boyfriend? If he wants to marry you, the betrothal gift. Mom, I still have something to do. I can't talk to you anymore. Before Mother Su could finish, Su Xiaoyan hung up. When Wang Zhong heard this, he sighed in his heart. Sure enough, every family had their own difficulties. Looking at Su Xiaoyan's appearance, it was obvious that her family favored boys over girls. Therefore, she didn't have any feelings for her mother. Because Su Xiaoyan was also a straightforward person, if someone treated her well, she would treat them even better. Otherwise, she wouldn't bother with them. However, her mother was related by blood after all, so she couldn't just ignore her. Your mother asked you to help your brother? Wang Zhong asked. Yes, don't worry about her. If my brother is good, I will definitely help him. What she meant was that her brother wasn't good enough. My brother was spoiled by my parents since he was young. He didn't like to study in school. Not only that, but he also got into fights. After that, he went to the juvenile detention center. After he came out, he learned a lot of jobs, but he didn't work for long. Every time he came to me, he either asked for money or borrowed money from me. That's why I traveled thousands of miles to work here. In this world, there were many people like Su Xiaoyan who ran away from their families. Wang Zhong also understood. Don't worry, I will be your backing. Wang Zhong patted Su Xiaoyan's shoulder and said. After returning, Wang Zhong was surprised to find that Yao Bing had come over. This woman dares to come to him again? Wang Zhong thought in his heart. After the last time at the hotel, Yao Bing still looked very angry when he left. Why did she come to him again? What's the matter? Sitting in the office chair, Wang Zhong asked calmly. Yes, there is something. I need your help. Did the sun rise from the west? You need my help? Wang Zhong smiled. Just tell me, are you willing to help me? After saying this, even Yao Bing felt a little embarrassed. Logically speaking, she and Wang Zhong were enemies. She was the one who caused her to break up. Moreover, Wang Zhong was a total scumbag in her heart. She didn't want to have anything to do with him at all. However, she had to do this. Of course I can help, but it depends on what it is. My cousin wants to buy a house. Our family doesn't have much money. I hope it can be cheaper. This house is sold by your family. I hope the commission can be cheaper. Wow, her tone was really big. She directly made such a request. Wang Zhong was really impressed by this woman. Okay, treat me to a meal and I will help you. Wang Zhong said lightly. In principle, he wasn't willing to help. However, he suddenly wanted to test a problem. It was about luck. Last time, Yao Bing accidentally manipulated the stock market and made him a lot of money. He suspected that Yao Bing was a lucky person. Therefore, it was necessary to get in touch with her. Okay, I will treat you. Yao Bing gritted her teeth and agreed. At this moment, she felt a strange feeling in her heart. Why did eating with Wang Zhong become so logical? In the evening, Wang Zhong told Su Xiaoyan that they were going out for dinner. After that, he and Yao Bing went to a steak restaurant. This time, Su Xiaoyan learned her lesson and didn't order wine. However, how could Wang Zhong not drink? He looked at the table and said, "How can we eat without wine? Let's have some wine." Ah, you still want to drink? Now you are begging me. It's boring without wine, right? Looking at Wang Zhong's serious look, Yao Bing was angry. Okay, but you can't drink too much. Don't worry. You drank too much previously because of your request. Those requests are so ridiculous. How do you expect me to agree? Yao Bing snorted. Although she agreed with Wang Zhong's words, she obviously wouldn't admit it. Pour me some wine, Wang Zhong ordered. Now that she was begging Wang Zhong, she could only pour wine for Wang Zhong. Wang Zhong raised his glass and said, "Come, let's have a drink." Don't think of making me drunk again. Yao Bing was still worried. However, her actions were very nimble. She clinked her glass with Wang Zhong's and drank without hesitation. Wang Zhong laughed in his heart. Yao Bing's mouth was still very stubborn. In fact, she didn't hate him anymore. However, this woman was too arrogant. Her arrogance made it impossible for her to have a good attitude. Then, under Wang Zhong's continuous clinking of glasses, Yao Bing drank 5 glasses in a row. Because of that, her mouth was a little big when she spoke. That's how it is. This cousin of mine has a good relationship with my family. If you can help him, just give him a cheaper price. So that's how it is. Yao Bing, this meal of yours cost me tens of thousands of yuan. Wang Zhong teased. Yao Bing's face turned red. She knew that her request was unreasonable. After all, even if you bought a house with your relatives, at most, you would ask for a lower intermediary fee. Wang Zhong and her were neither relatives nor friends. However, Yao Bing felt that Wang Zhong would agree. After all, he bought so many clothes for her that morning. No matter what, I earned so much money for you that time, Yao Bing said. Hee, your original intention was to harm me. You still have the nerve to say such things. Then what do you want to do? Yao Bing was very annoyed. When she talked to other men, she would always have the upper hand. However, she found that when she talked to Wang Zhong, this guy did not pay attention to her at all. Very simple. Let's drink another bottle of wine, Wang Zhong said with a smile. What? How can this be? I'm already drunk, Yao Bing mumbled. What are you afraid of? You were drunk the last 2 times and I didn't do anything to you. The situation now was very clear. This Yao Bing had delivered herself to his door. If he did not eat, Yao Bing would call him a coward behind his back. Yao Bing did not realize that she was taking the initiative. She said with an unhappy look, "Okay, I hope you can agree when the time comes." Of course. Wang Zhong shrugged. Then, Yao Bing drank a glass of wine. Don't drink so fast. Otherwise, you will really be drunk. I won't have time to clean up when you vomit all over the floor. Humph. Yao Bing snorted and ate the steak and curry noodles that were served. The taste was quite good, but the price was a little expensive. Yao Bing's heart ached when she ate. After 3 rounds of wine, Yao Bing was indeed swaying. Let me send you upstairs. Wang Zhong supported Yao Bing. Do you have any bad intentions? Yao Bing's face was full of suspicion. If I had bad intentions, I would have done you the last 2 times. Do you know that? Hearing this, Yao Bing did not struggle anymore. She obediently followed Wang Zhong. In her heart she was thinking, that's true. If he had bad intentions, why would he let me go the last 2 times? But once they entered the house, Yao Bing felt that something was wrong. She was suddenly carried by Wang Zhong. She wanted to struggle, but her body was in the air and there was nothing she could do. Li Tu, what are you doing? Don't do anything rash. Let me tell you, this is not good. Smart women knew how to be reserved. Yao Bing was like that. She even told herself that she was being forced and that she was not willing to do it. If Wang Zhong stopped now, he would really be an honest man. In this life, he did not want to be an honest man. Therefore, he let nature take its course. 2 hours later, Yao Bing was still very angry, especially when she had woken up from her drunkenness. How dare you do this to me, Li Tuesday? You are not human. Wang Zhong was a little surprised that Yao Bing actually fell into the plum blossom. But wasn't this better? He would not look guilty. Instead, he looked comfortable and said, "This is what you agreed to. I did not force you. You still dare to deny it? I am going to call the police. Okay, you are mine in the future. I will not treat you badly. Who is your woman?" Humph. Yao Bing covered herself with a blanket and turned her head. Wang Zhong could not help but sigh. This woman's personality gave people a feeling of wanting. Chapter 580. Looking at Yao Bing's beautiful back, Wang Zhong smiled. Although Yao Bing looked like she was about to die, she didn't do anything in the end. Instead, she rested. It couldn't be helped. She was too tired just now, especially when she refused to move. Early the next morning, Wang Zhong vaguely felt that Yao Bing was in a hurry to leave. Wang Zhong knew that Yao Bing was embarrassed. After all, this meant that she was asking Wang Zhong for a favor and was offering herself to him. Wait. Wang Zhong stopped Yao Bing, who was about to leave. What else do you want? Yao Bing turned her head and asked angrily. I don't think we are chatting friends. Let's add each other so that we can contact each other in the future. Who wants to contact you? Although she said that, Yao Bing didn't have the intention to leave. Don't you want to help your cousin? Let's add each other so that we can contact each other in the future. What do you think? Yao Bing snorted. Okay then, but don't think of having any other intentions. As she said that, Yao Bing proudly showed her QR code. Wang Zhong scanned it and added her as a friend. I'm a little grass. Wang Zhong looked at Yao Bing's online username and laughed. It's quite a cute name. I didn't expect you to have such a cute name despite being so cold. If you smiled more often, you would be even cuter. Yao Bing turned her head and left. However, when she turned her head, the corner of her mouth twitched slightly. Of course, she was happy to be praised. Don't be in such a hurry to leave. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. Wang Zhong stopped Yao Bing again. Buy me breakfast. Don't even think about it. Buy one for me. I'll send you a gift later. No. Yao Bing didn't want Wang Zhong to think that she was easy to fool. However, to her surprise, Wang Zhong suddenly hugged her from behind. If you don't buy it, I won't let you go. Let go. What are you doing? Yao Bing kept fidgeting and her face was extremely red. However, in Wang Zhong's eyes, she was acting coquettishly. So this woman likes to play domineering. Wang Zhong was surprised. He was aroused, and then... This time, Yao Bing was really scared. She put on her clothes and said, You. Buy me breakfast, and I'll give you your bag. Wang Zhong said in a domineering manner. Fine, I'll buy it. Eat until you die. Are you willing to let me die? I can't wait for you to die. Yao Bing angrily rushed out of the door. After leaving the room, Yao Bing was still in a daze. She had actually been subdued by Wang Zhong? This was completely different from the boyfriend she had in mind. Her boyfriend must not only be handsome, but also capable and gentle. How could he be as vulgar as Wang Zhong? However, now that things had come to this, Yao Bing felt a little regretful. Even if she really wanted to be with Wang Zhong, she had to let him know how precious she was and how she needed to be cherished. After buying soy milk and buns, Wang Zhong was very satisfied with Yao Bing's performance. He said, I just bought something for you online. What's your address? What is it? Yao Bing didn't seem to care, but she was actually quite happy. In this world, everyone liked to receive gifts. You'll know when you receive it. Wang Zhong smiled faintly. Humph, weird. Yao Bing muttered to herself, but she still sent her home address to Wang Zhong. Oh right, do you usually play with stocks? Why are you asking this? Yao Bing wiped the soy milk from the corner of her mouth and asked. You helped me earn so much last time. I want to show you again. Pfft, you're crazy. I just messed around. Yao Bing rolled her eyes at Wang Zhong. She was quite cute like this. No, you're wrong. I don't believe in skills, but I believe in luck. It seems that you inadvertently helped me earn money, but more than that, it's probably because you're lucky. This was the first time Yao Bing heard of this point of view. It was very novel. But I used to play with stocks before. I lost 10 or 20,000 yuan, Yao Bing said. Luck also needs to be manipulated. You lost money because you didn't manipulate it well. Wang Zhong opened the stock software on his phone and said, I'll send these 5 stocks to your phone later. Go back and take a look and prepare to buy them. Okay, but you have to share some of the money with me. Yao Bing felt that the reason she was helping Wang Zhong was purely to earn money for herself. After leaving, Yao Bing dragged her tired body home. She was too tired last night. Thinking of the intense scene last night, Yao Bing couldn't help but blush. Scumbag, how could you do this to me? Yao Bing covered her face and felt hot. She had been in a relationship with Chen Jiqiang for so long, and nothing happened between them. However, she had only known Wang Zhong for a short while, and she was actually... I was forced. Actually, I should call the police. Yao Bing sighed. But when she thought of calling the police, she felt a little embarrassed. After all, she had gone to buy breakfast for the two of them, and she had also accepted so many clothes and shoes from them. She even added him as a friend. God, was the person in the room me? How could I do this? Yao Bing felt very embarrassed. She could imagine that if she really called the police, once the evidence came out, even a fool wouldn't believe that Wang Zhong forced her. After all, if he really forced her, how could she go and buy breakfast calmly? He didn't stop her from leaving at all. In the end, she even added him as a friend. If this wasn't voluntary, then what was it? So she thought about it. It seemed that she didn't have the initiative anymore. Unknowingly, the taxi stopped at the door. Yao Bing got out and walked with her bag. At this moment, a message came in. Yao Bing looked at it. It was from her mother. She asked if Yao Bing had woken up. She went to the morning market to buy an old hen and brought it over to make soup for her to nourish her body. Yao Bing's mother was a standard snob. She was greedy for money, but she took care of her daughter very well. She couldn't wait to treat her like a princess. Hence, although Yao Bing knew her mother's personality, she was still very grateful to her. She then walked and texted her mother. Bing Bing, why did you come back from outside? A familiar voice suddenly sounded. Jiqiang. Yao Bing was stunned. The person who came was actually Chen Jiqiang. She then realized that after she did that with Wang Zhong, she actually didn't think of Chen Jiqiang at all. At this moment, she realized that she actually didn't like him. Back then, when she fancied him, Chen Jiqiang's pie in the sky was actually a big part of the reason. At that time, she felt that Chen Jiqiang was very strong and ambitious. Women, in fact, most of them liked people who were ambitious. However, after he said that they broke up, Yao Bing completely gave up on Chen Jiqiang. Bing Bing, why did you come back from outside so early in the morning? Didn't you go back last night? Chen Jiqiang walked over and said, We've already broken up. Why do you care what I do? Yao Bing's expression was a little unnatural. She couldn't help but think that after she did that with Wang Zhong early in the morning, she still hadn't taken a shower. She wanted to quickly take a shower. However, her tone was still very firm. She continued, Since we've broken up, don't come looking for me in the future. Bing Bing, I know I was wrong. I shouldn't have distrusted you. After that time, I went back and reflected on it. I felt that I was really wrong. You went to see Li too because of me. There must be a misunderstanding between you and him. I know what kind of person you are. You're not like that. Chen Jiqiang said a lot in one breath. Yao Bing's expression changed. To be honest, Chen Jiqiang's eloquence was not bad. However, it was too late for him to say these things now. Jiqiang, it's useless to say these things. Let's break up. Bing Bing, I know you're still angry with me. Don't worry, I'm about to succeed. That big boss has already signed a contract with me. Signed a contract? Hearing this news, Yao Bing was stunned. Yes, I'll be a multimillionaire by then. Bing Bing, Don't you like sports cars? When the time comes, I'll buy one for you. We'll live in a villa, a big house. Especially that Lee Tuesday. We'll show him our strength. Well, before the money was in his hands, Chan Jiqiang started to paint a big picture. To be honest, when these words were said, it was indeed very effective. Some women would definitely be moved by his words. This wasn't to say that women were materialistic. Instead, it was a kind of vision for the future. Everyone hoped that they could live a good life. Chen Jiqiang's words were indeed very bewitching. Congratulations on your success, but I'm sorry. Let's break up. Yao Bing still shook her head. Why? Chen Jiqiang frowned. He had said so much, but she still wanted to break up. Bing Bing, what did I do wrong? I can change. It's not your fault. I don't have feelings for you anymore. Don't come looking for me in the future. Bing Bing, how can you? Seeing that Yao Bing was about to leave, Jiqiang hurriedly stood in front of her and said, Bing Bing, I know you're angry with me, but I was too angry after that meal. It's all that Li Tu's fault. That Li Tu isn't that capable, but he likes to sow discord. You know that he still has those kinds of thoughts about you, or else he wouldn't have used your picture as his screensaver. He's a wretched man, a piece of trash. He's just a piece of trash. Chen Jiqiang, I'm not breaking up with you because of him. Yao Bing said one sentence without meaning it. At this moment, she suddenly felt that Chen Jiqiang was very annoying and fussy. Instead of painting a big picture like this, he might as well actually complete his business. At least from her point of view, although Wang Zhong's words were indeed wretched, and when they were together, Li Tu always seemed to be peeking at her. But that seemed to be quite normal. It would be abnormal if he didn't peek at her. After all, she knew that not many people could resist her beauty. Bing Bing, listen to me. Yao Bing wanted to leave, but Chen Jiqiang kept stopping her. More and more people gathered around them. At this moment, a fat auntie in the crowd walked over, pointed at Chen Jiqiang's nose and scolded, You brat, harassing my daughter early in the morning. What do you want? The person who came was Yao Bing's mother, Chen Dahui. Chapter 581. Hey, Auntie. Chen Jiqiang's face changed when he saw Chen Dahui. The reason why he dared to pester Yao Bing was because he knew that Yao Bing was easy to talk to. If he pestered her, there would be a chance for them to get back together. But her mother, Chen Dahui, was different. This woman was a weirdo. The first time she met Chen Dahui, she asked about his family and work situation. Of course, the result was not what she wanted. Because of this, Chen Dahui strongly opposed their relationship. Now that Chen Dahui came out, Chen Jiqiang knew that getting back together was not going to work. He regretted it. He should not have broken up with her. Get out of my way. Chen Dahui pulled Yao Bing's hand and shouted. Seeing that there were more and more people around, even the security guards came over, Chen Jiqiang could only say, Bing Bing, I'll leave first. Chen Jiqiang turned around and left. After turning a corner, a phone call came in. Jiqiang, how's it going? Mao Jianhua's voice came through. Don't mention it. We almost succeeded. Even Bing Bing agreed. I didn't expect her mother to come out. Of course, Chen Jiqiang would not say that Yao Bing did not agree in front of his bootlicker. Instead, he blamed it on her mother. What? What a coincidence. Yeah, I'm so unlucky. Then what should we do? If you don't get back together, what about the money? It's $1 million. I'm also thinking of a way. It's so troublesome. Chen Jiqiang frowned. The reason why he wanted to get back together with Yao Bing was not only because of Yao Bing's beauty, but also because of Yao Bing's house that was worth 2 to 3 million. The real estate boss who wanted to invest in him had said that he was optimistic about his game and decided to invest 80 million. Of course, this was a good thing. However, the real estate boss said that it would depend on their ability. He had to put 3 million in their company account as a guarantee. Otherwise, the investment would not work. 3 million was too much. They could not afford it. In the end, The real estate boss said that he saw that he was quite talented and would only take 1 million as a guarantee. If he did not take out the money, then there would be no hope. He discussed with Mao Jianhua and finally thought of Yao Bing. When he was with Yao Bing, he knew that when Yao Bing's family was demolished, they were given several houses. One of them was under Yao Bing's name and was worth 2 to 3 million. His plan was to get back together with Yao Bing. When the time came, he would use his silver tongue to persuade Yao Bing to mortgage her house and use the money as a deposit to get investment. In his opinion, as long as they got back together, Yao Bing would definitely agree. After all, he had already invested 80 million yuan. A few million yuan was nothing to him. However, he did not expect that Yao Bing would refuse to reconcile with him. Jianhua, can't you borrow one from your relatives? Chen Jiqiang asked helplessly. Jiqiang, I've already taken out a few 100,000 yuan to design the game for you. Half of this money was borrowed from me. How am I supposed to borrow more? Got it. I'll think of something. When Yao Bing calms down, I'll talk to her again. While Chen Jiqiang and Mao Jianhua were talking, Chen Dehui pulled her daughter, Yao Bing, into the elevator. Bing Bing, you broke up with him. Why is he still pestering you? I could tell at a glance that he wasn't a good person. Look, I was right about him. As soon as the elevator door closed, Chen Dehui started talking. Mom, I know. Didn't I break up with him? Yeah, I'm just worried that he's still pestering you. No, he won't. I've already broken up with him. That's good. By the way, why are you outside so early in the morning? It's the weekend. Shouldn't you be on holiday? Chen Dehui frowned. Looking at her daughter's clothes, she said, No, you're wearing yesterday's clothes. You didn't come home last night? Yao Bing did not expect her mother to be so smart. She could even see through this. She immediately stammered, I had something to do this morning, so I woke up early. Daughter, don't try to hide it from me. You broke up with Chen Jiqiang. Don't tell me you found someone else? Yao Bing was shocked. She immediately shook her head. No, Mom. Don't talk nonsense. It must be. Seeing her daughter like this, Chen Dehui was even more convinced. Before entering the house, Chen Dehui started asking questions. What does he do for a living? What kind of car does he drive? Does he have a house? Is he an only child? The series of questions made Yao Bing feel like breaking down. Mom, don't think too much. I didn't. Although she had a one-night stand with Wang Zhong, in Yao Bing's eyes, it was not love at all. So, of course, she would not admit that Wang Zhong was her boyfriend. You child, you're still lying to your mom. Chen Dehui shook her head helplessly. When she opened the door, she was stunned. There were many clothes and shoes in the house. They were the ones Wang Zhong gave Yao Bing. Because there was a lot of them, there was no place to put them. Yao Bing temporarily put them on the sofa. She had planned to tidy them up this weekend. She did not expect to be seen by her mother before she could do so. Oh no, Mom is going to gossip again. Yao Bing wanted to cry. Sure enough, the next moment, Chen Dehui picked up the labels of the clothes. She was so shocked that her jaw almost dropped. Because the price tag on the clothes was a few thousand yuan. It was obvious that they were big brands. Good daughter, who bought these clothes for you? Chen Dehui knew that her daughter had been very frugal since she was young. Not to mention a few thousand yuan, Yao Bing would not even look at clothes that cost more than 500 yuan. And there were so many branded clothes and shoes. It was obvious that they were gifts. Thinking that her daughter had broken up with Chen Jiqiang, Chen Dehui immediately guessed that her daughter had dated someone else. Mom, what are you talking about? You still don't want to admit it. You definitely wouldn't buy these clothes. That means that someone gave you these expensive clothes. He must be very rich, right? Speaking of money, Chen Dehui's eyes lit up. She smiled and said, That's more like it. Our daughter is so beautiful. Of course, you will be a rich man's wife in the future. Tell me, what does he do? There's nothing between him and me. Mom, Don't ask. If there's nothing, why did he give you gifts? If there's nothing, why did you spend the night outside? She realized that she really could not win against her mother. Speechless, she said, I'm going to take a shower. Okay. You have to remember that there are many rich and good men, but few of them will treat you well. If they really treat you well, you should accept them. What's done can't be undone. Is this still my biological mother? Yao Bing was speechless when she heard that. What made her more surprised was that when she came out of the shower, a waiter from the watch shop came to her door. Hello, is this Miss Yao Bing's house? Yes, what's the matter? This is a woman's watch that a customer ordered on our watch company's website this morning. Please sign for it. The waiter said as he handed over a small box. There was a price tag on the side, $136,300. Seeing the price, Yao Bing's mouth opened slightly. Needless to say, Chen Dehui was so happy that she could not close her mouth. After signing for it, Yao Bing closed the door and opened the watch box. An exquisite watch appeared in front of her. Yao Bing suddenly remembered that when she left the hotel in the morning, Wang Zhong asked her for the address and said that a gift would be sent over. She did not expect that the gift would be this. For a moment, her heart was filled with mixed feelings. This is a gift from your new boyfriend, right? He's so generous. Looks like he's a big boss. Chen Dehui said happily. Mom, I'm not. Let's not talk about it. I'm going to sleep. Picking up the watch, Yao Bing went back to her room alone. Looking at the exquisite watch, she could not help but want to wear it. The exquisite watch made her jade-like arm shine even more. She was naturally very happy. She did not expect Wang Zhong to be so thoughtful. In fact, this was the reality. Once you hit someone with money, it would basically succeed. Unless the person was not short of money. Ding ding. A message was sent. Yao Bing looked at it. It was from Wang Zhong. Li Tu, you've received the watch. Help me research the stock market. My lower body's happiness depends on you. This sentence had a double meaning. Yao Bing curled her lips and thought that this Li Tu was a scumbag. How could he be willing to do business with her? Yao Bing, don't think that I have forgiven you. This is my reward. After sending the message, Yao Bing went to sleep happily. Su Xiaoyan was very depressed recently. Her life was going well, but she did not expect her brother to get married. Forget about the wedding, they need betrothal gifts. Forget about the betrothal gifts, she had to fork out most of them. It was fine if she did not want to fork out money. Then, she would let her get married and use her betrothal gifts to subsidize her brother's expenses. This made Su Xiaoyan feel very depressed. She felt like she had sold her out. But she did not dare to tell Wang Zhong about this. Although Wang Zhong treated her well and bought her a house and a car, in her heart, the better Wang Zhong was, the more inferior she felt. Especially when her parents and brother were like that. Such a family made her unable to raise her head. What made her feel even more helpless was that today, her brother came over. Sister, I'm at the entrance of your company. Which office are you in? Let me take a look. Su Xiaoyan's brother was called Su Pang. He was very strong and his skin was a little tanned. He looked like a rough man. Why are you here? After receiving this call, Su Xiaoyan felt very uncomfortable. In other families, the elder sister and younger brother had a good relationship and treated each other with respect. But this was not the case in her family. Since young, this brother of hers had been a troublemaker. As his elder sister, she did not get any benefits and was always pushed to the front to clean up his mess. To be honest, she hated this brother of hers very much. But no matter what, they were still family. Su Xiaoyan could not ignore him. Sister, Mom said that you're in a relationship. Aren't I here to see brother-in-law? Su Pang shouted, also if brother-in-law's work is good, let him introduce some jobs to me. The work in the factory is too tiring. I'm not in the mood. Didn't you just go to a factory? You're quitting again? Su Xiaoyan knew that Su Pang was introduced to a factory a while ago. She did not expect him to quit in less than half a month. Chapter 582. The environment in the factory was too bad. I was bored to death just sitting there every day. I didn't have the energy to do it, so I quit. Su Peng said frankly and continued, "Why aren't you coming out?" "I'm starving. Bring me to eat something good." "I'm coming out." No matter how much she disliked her brother, she could not ignore him. Su Xiaoyan could only come out. "Wow, sister, working in a big company is really different. You're so beautiful." Su Peng smiled and ran over to flatter her. He was about to walk in. "Don't go in. Everyone inside is working. People will talk if you go in," Su Xiaoyan reminded him. "Then where am I going? Let's go and eat something first." "Okay, I'm hungry." Su Xiaoyan brought Su Peng to eat. Su Peng was really hungry. He ordered a lot of food and wolfed it down. "Sister, what does your boyfriend look like? Why are you as gossipy as mom?" "I'm just curious. If brother-in-law is capable, he can help me. You don't know how miserable I am. My mother-in-law wants a car or a house. She's selling her daughter. She's too materialistic. My girlfriend and I are really in love," Su Peng said without hesitation. He felt that the people on the other side were really unreasonable. "But you are really in love. You don't have a job now. What are you going to do in the future?" Su Xiaoyan persuaded. "Sister, don't I have you? If brother-in-law has any connections, he can introduce me to a job. Actually, I don't have high requirements. I just want an easy job. Don't be so depressed. The salary is high. It's best if I have more freedom. I can endure it." Su Xiaoyan was speechless. Even if there was such a good job, it would not be your turn. Even if it was your turn, do you have the ability? Besides, sister, if you want to get married, don't you have betrothal gifts? How much betrothal gifts are you going to accept from brother-in-law? So you want to rely on my betrothal gifts to live? That's not what I meant. It's just my mom's idea. But then again, I'm still young. Which young person would have so much money? Dad and mom are not capable. I can only rely on betrothal gifts. Don't think so much. I don't accept betrothal gifts," Su Xiaoyan said coldly. "But Dad and Mom won't agree." Su Peng shook his head helplessly. "Let's not talk about this. Find me a good job these few days. At least let the woman see my income. Can't you find it yourself?" Su Xiaoyan had a headache. If she hadn't met Wang Zhong, she wouldn't have had the ability to introduce another job. "You've been here for so long. Besides, you have brother-in-law. You must be capable. Think about it. If I have a job, I can also bear part of the betrothal gifts, right?" Su Xiaoyan agreed with Su Peng's words. She nodded. "All right then. You'll be an intermediary like me. Will this be too tiring? I've seen on TV that agents have to go out every day. Do you think you can get a better position with your current ability?" "Even if there is such a position, I don't have the ability to make you do it." "This? All right then, I'll try." Su Peng was actually a little angry. He was the only male in the family and his sister was supposed to take care of him. Looking at the situation, she seemed a little impatient. She didn't have the ability, but didn't brother-in-law have the ability as well? Su Peng had a good eye. He could tell at a glance that Su Xiaoyan's clothes weren't cheap. There was even a diamond necklace around her neck. What did this mean? It meant that brother-in-law must have bought these things. After all, he knew that Su Xiaoyan's salary was average. It was impossible for her to afford these things. Originally, he wanted Su Xiaoyan to talk to brother-in-law and let him get a better position. It would be best if he could be a manager or something to manage people. He didn't expect him to start from the most ordinary position. This made him feel very disappointed. However, things had already come to this. He could only think about it later. "Then where do I live?" Su Peng quickly asked. "A place that I rent." Su Xiaoyan was helpless. Wang Zhong bought a villa for her. She couldn't say that it was hers. She didn't want this good-for-nothing brother of hers to think about, so she said that she rented it. After dinner, Su Xiaoyan drove Su Peng into the neighborhood. Sister, this neighborhood is not bad. You even bought a car. That's great. Although this car isn't expensive, it can be used as my wedding car. Do you mind if I borrow it for a while? Su Peng patted the seat and smiled. This is the company's car. But this neighborhood looks very good. How much is the rent? TSK, I think it's more than 10,000 yuan a month? When the car stopped in front of a villa, Su Peng was stunned. Damn, sister, you're living in a villa? At this moment, Su Peng felt that his sister must have hit the jackpot. Even if this villa was rented, he estimated that it would cost at least 10,000 yuan a month. The company rented it. Let's go in. Once Su Peng entered, he looked around curiously. This house was really too beautiful. He couldn't bear to leave and decided to stay here. That's not right. He should bring his fiancée and family over and let them see where he was living now. He was living in a villa now. Wasn't that awesome? Sister, do you have money on you? After tidying up the room, Su Peng found Su Xiaoyan downstairs. What do you need money for? I need money too. This time, I only brought travel expenses. I'll need to spend money when I go out in the future. Su Peng said matter-of-factly. How troublesome. Didn't you save money before? Su Xiaoyan opened her wallet helplessly. Although she didn't like this brother of hers, she had no choice but to fork out the money. I haven't been working for long. Where would I get the money? Moreover, dating costs are very high. Su Peng looked at the money in his sister's wallet. There were actually a few thousand yuan. His eyes widened. However, what made him speechless was that Su Xiaoyan only gave him 1,000 yuan. Here, save some money. I didn't say much about my salary. Sister, the company has already prepared your car and house for you. Are you still worried about not having enough money? You only gave me 1,000 yuan. How stingy. Do you want it or not? Okay. Su Peng took the money helplessly. I'll walk around. After Su Peng left, Su Xiaoyan called Wang Zhong and told him that her brother was coming over. Wang Zhong didn't think much of it. After all, he was Su Xiaoyan's brother. He still had to give him face. Then let him stay. If he needs anything, he can tell me. Also, I told him about letting him be the intermediary. That's not a problem. You can teach him more, Wang Zhong reminded her. Yes. Brother Li, you're not angry, are you? Su Xiaoyan asked uneasily. Angry? Why would I be angry? Wang Zhong found it funny. After all, my brother is not very capable. It's not good to let him work through the back door. Don't worry. As long as he does well, I'm fine with it. Thank you, Brother Li. Are you coming back for dinner tonight? I'll cook seafood. Okay. While Su Xiaoyan was on the phone, Su Peng was also on the phone with his mother. Mom, my sister is rich. Not only does she have a car, but she also lives in a big villa. How is that possible? I know how much your sister is earning. Su Peng's mother didn't believe him. In her opinion, Su Xiaoyan was just a girl. How could a girl earn so much? It's true. I'm already living in a big villa. But my sister's salary doesn't seem high. I suspect that my brother-in-law gave it to her. Do you think my sister is being kept by someone? I don't think so. Why not? If not, why would the big boss give her a car and a big villa? But I think it's good. Our family can benefit from it. Su Peng's mother also felt that it was good. Although Su Xiaoyan had become someone's mistress, she was rich. In this day and age, the rich were the boss. You have to do some work for your sister. Ask her to get more money from the big boss. Do you understand? My sister doesn't listen to me. Mom, you have to tell her. Okay. At night, Su Xiaoyan went to Wang Zhong's villa. She bought hairy crabs, small yellow croakers, and some prawns. She cooked a sumptuous seafood feast. She knew that everything she had now was given to her by Wang Zhong. Of course, she had to take good care of Wang Zhong. She poured some red wine to sober up. But at this time, her mother called. Su Xiaoyan's mother was a straightforward person. She directly told her what Su Peng had told her. Then she continued, "Daughter, our family is poor and you have a younger brother. He's the only son of our family. You have to think of him and give in to him. Actually, there's nothing embarrassing about you being with that big boss. As long as you have money, it's fine. As your mother, I support you. But be careful not to let the big boss's wife find out." "Alright, how old is the big boss? Does he have children? If possible, get him to divorce. If not, cry and throw a tantrum." "Mom, what are you talking about?" Hearing her mother's words, Su Xiaoyan was stunned. Was this still her mother? She actually taught her to be a mistress. "Daughter, you're too honest. That's why I'm worried about you. Do you understand?" Su Xiaoyan's mother continued. "What are you talking about? It's fine if you don't understand. Don't talk nonsense to your brother. Then why do you live in a big villa and drive a car?" "The company rented it for me. It's fine." "Who would rent it for you?" Su Xiaoyan was helpless. She could only say, "My boss rented it for me. But my boss doesn't have a wife and children." "What? Single? Why didn't you say so earlier? Hurry up and have children together." "Mom, what are you thinking? Seriously." Su Xiaoyan didn't want to talk about it anymore. She didn't want her mother to say anything. "I still have something to do. That's all for now." Not long after hanging up, Wang Zhong came back. Tonight's dishes were quite sumptuous. Wang Zhong's appetite was greatly increased. But Su Xiaoyan seemed a little unhappy. "Xiaoyan, what's wrong?" "Nothing." Su Xiaoyan squeezed out a smile. She couldn't tell Wang Zhong about her family matters. Wang Zhong was already busy enough. She didn't want to add more trouble to Wang Zhong. But just then, the doorbell rang. Otherwise, if he gets struck by lightning, he will easily hurt you. Su Peng drank an entire bottle of white wine in one go. Before he left, he said to Wang Zhong, "Brother-in-law, I'll leave my sister in your care. You have to take care of her." "Right, when are you getting married?" "Marriage?" Wang Zhong looked at Su Xiaoyan. Su Xiaoyan buried her head and quickly pulled Su Peng out. "Brother, stop talking. I'm serious. Brother-in-law, your betrothal gift." Before he could finish, he was pulled out by Su Xiaoyan. 10 minutes later, Su Xiaoyan entered the house tiredly. Wang Zhong had already thrown Su Peng's leftover food and utensils into the bin. "Brother Li." Su Xiaoyan walked over embarrassedly. "I'm sorry." "Why are you apologizing?" Wang Zhong smiled. "Your brother is your family after all. As long as he works hard in the future, it's fine. If he doesn't know, he can learn." Okay. It's just that he's too rude. You didn't eat much just now. Eat more. Su Xiaoyan's heart was unusually warm. She continued drinking with Wang Zhong. After a while, they were drunk. Because Su Xiaoyan was drunk, she became bolder. She pulled Wang Zhong's hand and said, "I'm so wet. Let's go take a bath." Let's go." They took a bath together. In the next few days, Su Peng became more familiar with the business under Su Xiaoyan's guidance. Su Xiaoyan really took good care of her brother. She introduced a few of her original clients to him and asked him to handle them. However, she didn't expect something to happen to her brother just a month later. A client suddenly called and said that he had given the deposit to Su Peng. Why wasn't he answering the phone? More importantly, it wasn't just one client. There were 6 of them. With so many people, the deposit added up to hundreds of thousands. Su Xiaoyan panicked. Bang! Su Xiaoyan pushed open the door of the villa and became even angrier. She didn't know when her brother had brought a group of good friends to eat barbecue in the house. The barbecue rack was placed on the white and clean marble floor. The floor was dirty because of the rubbish. Leftover beer bottles were piled up randomly. The floor was full of dirt. Including Su Peng, there were 3 men and 2 women. They were all from Su Peng's hometown. 2 of them drank too much and fell asleep on the sofa. Su Peng and a woman were still drinking, but it wasn't his fiancée. Su Peng, what are you doing? Su Xiaoyan couldn't help but kick the drunk Su Peng. Sister, these are all my friends. Su Peng was very proud. He was living in a big house now. Of course, he had to show off to his friends. Therefore, he asked his friends from his hometown to come over. What do you think this place is? Do you know how much this sofa costs? Look at what you have done to the house. Su Xiaoyan was so angry that her delicate body was trembling. She spent a lot of effort to arrange the furniture in this house. In order not to cause trouble for Wang Zheng, she even spent the money that she had saved. Now, the house was so dirty. How could she live in it? Sister, it's just some furniture. My brother-in-law has money. What are you afraid of? Su Peng said indifferently. It's his business if he has money. Can you have some backbone? After being lectured by Su Xiaoyan, Su Peng couldn't hold it in anymore. Sister, my friends are here. If you say that again, I will be angry. Hee, you still have the cheek to be angry? Let me ask you. The client gave you the deposit. Why didn't you answer their calls? Speaking of this, Su Peng quickly said, Sister, I was just about to talk to you about this. He pulled Su Xiaoyan to the side. You can't blame me for this. My friends are here, aren't they? If I don't stand on ceremony with them, it'll be rude of me. You won't give me any money, so You took the deposit. Sister, since you have money, you should pay for it. Anyway, brother-in-law gave you so much money. You are going to piss me off. Su Xiaoyan shouted. What do you think Li Tu is? Why should he pay you back? Be careful, he might send you to jail. Sister, I am the only son in our family. As my sister, what's wrong with helping me? Right. You have the nerve to say that. I have already helped you find a job, provided you with accommodation and food. I am not your mother. What else do you want me to do? Sister, it is natural for you to help me. Besides, you didn't give me much money. Su Peng muttered. Fine. Just you wait. Su Xiaoyan was so angry that she turned around and left. Sister, don't go. What should I do? Wang Zheng was furious. He just received a call from an employee in the company. Su Peng took the deposit from the customer and did not answer the call or do anything. He had not gone to work for a few days. To Wang Zheng, I can give you money to spend, and I can buy expensive things for you. However, you can't mess around with me and poke at my feet. It was already night time. Wang Zheng knew that Su Xiaoyan was at home. He needed an explanation. When he reached home, he saw Su Xiaoyan looking at him with tears in her eyes. Xiaoyan, do you have anything to say to me? Wang Zheng said coldly. Brother Li, I am sorry. My brother took the money. Su Xiaoyan did not intend to hide it. She did not want to lie to Wang Zheng. Wang Zheng was already very good to her. It could be said that Wang Zheng was the person who treated her the best in the world. Even her parents were not as good as Wang Zheng. Therefore, she was afraid of losing him. Hence, she decided to be honest. I will try my best to make up for this. I will not let my brother go to work in the future. He is still living in your house. I know. He even brought a few friends over. He is not in the mood to go to work. I don't know what to do. He did not listen to me. He even thought that it was natural for me to help him as his sister. He is not grateful at all. Boo-hoo! As she spoke, Su Xiaoyan started to cry. My mother also blames me. She blames me for not taking good care of my brother. She even wants me to marry someone else and give him monetary gifts. I am like a commodity. Initially, Wang Zhong wanted to vent his anger on Su Xiaoyan. However, looking at Su Xiaoyan's reaction, Wang Zhong was speechless. Perhaps, the most tragic person was someone like Su Xiaoyan. Even her parents treated her like a commodity. Will you listen to me? Wang Zhong asked. Su Xiaoyan quickly nodded. She was a clear-headed person. Wang Zhong treated her so well. Of course, she trusted Wang Zhong. Because in her opinion, she was just a little woman. There was nothing to be deceived about. Even if she gave her most valuable body to Wang Zhong, what was there to be deceived about? Okay, then do as I say. Your brother and those friends are still in the house, right? Yes. Okay, I will go over. 15 minutes later, Wang Zhong arrived at Su Peng's villa. He and his friends were still drinking and chatting. Su Peng, your brother-in-law is really amazing. If there is a good job in the future, you have to introduce it to us. Of course. To be honest, my brother-in-law has a villa in front. I estimate that he is worth hundreds of millions. Su Peng said proudly. This feeling of bragging in front of his friends was really great. Even a female friend who used to look down on him was sitting with him now. It did not matter if he did some small tricks. This was the taste of being rich. Su Peng proudly hugged his female friend, forgetting about his fiancée. Bang! However, at this moment, the door was suddenly kicked open. Chapter 584. Bam! The door was suddenly kicked open, startling everyone in the house. Who is it? Su Peng frowned. This was his sister's house. Who the hell dared to barge in? Were they tired of living? He took a closer look. It was Wang Zhong. However, there was a group of policemen behind Wang Zhong. Bro! Brother-in-law, what's going on? Su Peng asked uneasily. Wang Zhong was expressionless. You cheated a guest of her money. I've already called the police. What? No, brother-in-law, I'm Su Xiaoyan's brother. Wang Zhong ignored him and shouted at the others in front of him. Don't listen to Su Peng's bragging. Pack your things and get out of here. Otherwise, I'll arrest all of you. Su Peng's friends were just fair-weather friends. Seeing so many policemen coming, they did not dare to say anything. Brother-in-law, you can't do this. If you do this, my mother will not agree to you and my sister being together. Su Peng tried to use this to threaten Wang Zhong. Wang Zhong walked over and patted Su Peng's face. You think I care? Why don't you take a look at your own status? Do you think you can threaten me with that? Su Peng was stunned. He suddenly realized that he had made a mistake. A very, very mistake. He was not a loser. He had a lot of money. No matter how beautiful his sister was, would a rich man care about beautiful women? Not at all. He had always believed that Wang Zhong was a good man. Therefore, he was fearless and believed that his elder sister would be able to handle Wang Zhong. However, from the looks of it now, even his elder sister would have to listen to Wang Zhong. Brotherly too, I was wrong. Let me go, let me go. Police, please take him away. Okay. The group of people took Su Peng away. Su Peng shouted. He wanted to look for Su Xiaoyan, but it was useless. Brother Li. After they left, Su Xiaoyan walked over. Your brother will be in jail for a while. Let him remember. Su Biao was depressed recently. In order to trick Wang Zhong into playing by Jala, his boss had thrown in more than 20 million. This amount of money was real money, and it was all taken out by Wang Zhong. Now, that guy Wang Zhong actually said that he wanted to take care of his girlfriend, so he didn't want to play anymore. What should he do? These days, he had also tried to contact Wang Zhong, but Wang Zhong was nowhere to be seen, let alone play with him. He also wanted to go to Wang Zhong's office, but Wang Zhong had hired 2 security guards these days, so no one could see Wang Zhong, which made him very depressed. Brother Biao. At this time, Zhang Kai-tai rushed in. Li Tu lied to us. What do you mean? He said that Su Xiaoyan is sick and needs to be taken care of, but Su Xiaoyan is fine. I saw the two of them going to work together. F***ck. Su Biao slammed the table. We've been tricked. Rubbing his head, Su Biao was at his wits' end. Although they were gangsters, they were now in a lawful society. If you let people take the initiative to lose money, then no one could do anything about it. But now that Wang Zhong didn't play, it would be difficult to get the money back. Li Tu, I'll come over with my cousin later. We'll look for you about buying a house. Is that okay? It was early in the morning, and the weather was a little cold. Wang Zhong was a little lazy in bed, and before he reached the company, Yao Bing called. No way, it's so early. I've been to the company late these days. Can you wait? You have to hurry, don't forget this is what you promised me. Wang Zhong was convinced by Yao Bing's savagery and said, Okay, give me a kiss later, and I'll come over immediately. You wish. Let me tell you, don't even think about touching me in the future, or I'll kill you. Yao Bing's temper was very domineering, and she hung up the phone. F***ck, you can do that. Wang Zhong smiled. The more savage she was, the more he wanted her to see how powerful he was. Maybe this was what a scumbag was like. When he arrived at the company, Yao Bing was already waiting at the door. Didn't you say you're coming with your cousin? Where is he? Seeing that Yao Bing was alone, Wang Zhong asked curiously. He drove another car, behind. Go in first, I have something to tell you. Yao Bing's attitude was still cold. After entering the office, Wang Zhong took the initiative to close the door and hugged Yao Bing. Get lost. Yao Bing quivered. She didn't expect Wang Zhong to be so daring to touch her directly. I'm just joking with you, why are you overreacting? Wang Zhong smiled faintly. He liked to see an ice beauty like Yao Bing angry. Humph, scumbag. Yao Bing snorted. If you continue, I won't help anymore. Wang Zhong sat on the boss chair and said in a relaxed tone. You dare. Yao Bing glared at him and found that her threat didn't seem to have any effect. This made her angry. Usually, she had so many bootlickers. If she said something, those bootlickers wouldn't dare to go west. However, it didn't have any effect. Only Tuesday, realizing that she couldn't threaten Wang Zhong, Yao Bing was also a smart person. She softened her tone and said, My cousin will be here soon, can you not talk like that? How did I talk like that? Why are you so fierce to me? That's because you're rude to me. Humph, anyway, my cousin will be here and I don't want you to talk nonsense. Okay, as long as you're smart, of course I won't talk nonsense. Wang Zhong smiled faintly. He thought for a while and said, But I have a condition. You have a condition? Yao Bing's eyes narrowed. Dance with me, how about it? No. Then forget it, you can leave. I won't help you with this. Wang Zhong said straightforwardly, leaving no room for negotiation. Yao Bing's hands clenched tightly. After thinking for a while, she realized that she didn't have any other choice. She could only clench her teeth. After cursing in her heart, she turned her head and said, Let's dance, but you can't touch me. I really want to dance. Recently, I want to learn how to dance. Humph, okay, just this once. Wang Zhong opened the music player on the computer. Then, he walked over with a smile. He held Yao Bing's hand and started to dance. He had learned how to dance in the world of celebrities. Although he hadn't danced for a long time and was a little rusty, he was much better than ordinary people. Therefore, he was able to help Yao Bing who didn't know how to dance. Yao Bing was surprised. This scumbag actually knew how to dance. From the looks of it, he danced quite well. After the dance, Wang Zhong nodded slightly and said, Your body is quite soft. You have the potential to dance. Yao Bing shook off Wang Zhong's hand and said unhappily, No matter how much potential I have, I'm not interested in dancing. Okay, when will your cousin arrive? Speaking of business, Yao Bing called her cousin to rush him. "Sister, I'm already at the door. I'll be there soon." Half an hour later, Wang Zhong helped Yao Bing's cousin to complete the procedures. He didn't even ask for the service fee. Yao Bing's cousin thanked him profusely. "You don't have to thank me. Your sister asked me to help. Of course, I will give her face," Wang Zhong said calmly. Yao Bing's cousin understood. He looked at Wang Zhong and Yao Bing with an ambiguous gaze. Yao Bing was helpless. She felt that the matter between her and Wang Zhong was getting more and more complicated. In the end, when she left, she was practically running away. Yao Bing and her cousin returned home. Her cousin told Yao Bing's mother, Chen Dehui, about Wang Zhong. When Chen Dehui heard it, she grabbed Yao Bing's hand and laughed. "Daughter, this person helped you so much. He definitely likes you. You have to grasp it well. He's much better than that Chen Jiqiang. Yes, that boss must be rich. Not to mention other things, just his company alone is definitely worth a few million." Yao Bing's cousin was also very happy for Yao Bing, so he said. Ring ring ring. As they were talking, Yao Bing's phone lit up. Yao Bing took a look and her face changed. It was Chen Jiqiang. When Chen Dehui saw it, she frowned and said, "It's this guy again. Didn't I tell you not to contact this poor guy? He's the one who contacted me." Chen Dehui wanted to know how her daughter and Chen Jiqiang were doing. She pointed at the phone and said, "Okay, pick up the call. Let's see what this guy has to say." Yao Bing sighed in her heart and nodded. Then, she picked up the call. "Chen Jiqiang, didn't you say not to contact me?" Yao Bing said. I just remembered that your birthday is coming soon. I wanted to ask you out for a meal." Chen Dehui's face changed. Just as she was about to scold Yao Bing said, "I said it's impossible between us. Don't bother me in the future. Don't hang up. Actually, there's one more thing. Jianhua and Yi Leiqian are getting married in 2 days. Jianhua is also your old classmate. Everyone is very close to each other. You have to go, right?" Chen Jiqiang had thought it through. If he saw Yao Bing again, it would be best to let her have a few drinks. Then they would get back together. This time, he must get Yao Bing's heart as soon as possible. Then, Yao Bing would be dead set on him. Then, he would be able to solve the problem of using her house as a mortgage. "Okay." Yao Bing replied. "Okay, I'm hanging up." After hanging up, Chen Dehui snorted, "I knew that Chen Jiqiang still can't forget you. This time, what classmate's wedding? You better not go." But after all, we are classmates. Yao Bing had always been filial. She was in a difficult position. "I say, cousin, that Li Tu is also your classmate, right? Did he go there too?" Yao Bing's cousin interrupted. "He should be going too." Yao Bing thought for a moment. Mao Jianhua and Wang Cheng were not on good terms. But in the end, it was just a small conflict. This time, Li Tu should be going to the wedding. "He's going too? That's good. Bing Bing, I'll allow you to go, but you can only accompany Li Tuesday." Yao Bing felt a headache coming on. Yao Bing was having a headache, but Su Xiaoyan was having an even bigger headache. Her mother finally found out that her younger brother had been arrested. She called her immediately. "Su Xiaoyan, how are you taking care of your brother? I heard that it was Li Tu who called the police to arrest him. You want to die? You colluded with outsiders to bully your brother. Do you believe that I won't acknowledge you as my daughter? No wonder they say that daughters are useless. It's true." Chapter 585. Su Xiaoyan's current name was Shenliz Hen. She had a fiery temper and even scolded her own daughter without hesitation. After a few words, Su Xiaoyan's eyes turned red. "Mom, it's my brother's fault. How can he take the company's money? It's the company's money. He's embezzling. Li Tu is just doing his job." Su Xiaoyan defended herself. Bull**t. Bullying him is bullying. What's wrong with taking some money? It's only a few thousand. It's more than 200,000. So what if it's 200,000? Your brother is still young. He can't earn this much money. I don't care. You have to get him out. He's about to get engaged. If he goes to jail, he won't be able to get a wife. I'm telling you, if he goes to jail, it's all your fault. Slap. After that, Shenli's hen hung up the phone without giving Su Xiaoyan any chance to explain. At night, Wang Zhong finally returned home. He saw Su Xiaoyan walking over with red eyes. Brother Li, my mom is angry with me. Okay. So. Actually, Wang Zhong had already considered this when he arrested Su Pang. So, he didn't find it strange. Brother Li, let my brother go. He's still young. He Xiaoyan, if I let your brother go now, then what? It's not like you don't know your brother's character. When the time comes, he'll become even worse. He'll pester you for money and even annoy me. Letting him in now is to change him. Wang Zhong spoke with conviction. Su Xiaoyan frowned. But my mom. Don't worry about it. Just say that I'm ignoring you. You can't do anything about it. Su Xiaoyan didn't say anything. She lowered her head and kept quiet. Wang Zhong's tone softened. He walked over and comforted her. Don't worry. Letting your brother suffer now is to let him know what's good for him. Otherwise, he'll suffer more in the future. Understand? Okay. Su Xiaoyan felt that Wang Zhong was the person who treated her the best. So, she trusted him a lot. She thought that Wang Zhong's words made sense. The next day, Su Xiaoyan called her mother, Shenli's hen. Mom, I told my boss. He's ignoring me now. What? She's ignoring you? Yeah, he gets annoyed whenever he sees me. It's all because of my brother. I can't do anything about it now. What the F***CK? Is this Li too trying to deny it after sleeping with you? Shenli's hen was incomparably angry. You useless thing, just you wait, I'll deal with him. Not bad, not bad. It actually increased by so much. On this day, Wang Zhong looked at his stock account and was overjoyed. The first 5 million yuan stock he bought had fallen a little in the past few days, so he dumped it and made more than 1 million yuan. Secondly, Yao Bing had bought a company in Mingzhou in order to take revenge on him. That company had become popular and had earned tens of millions of yuan. Moreover, it seemed that it had the potential to continue growing. Now that he calculated it, he had already earned more than 50 million in this short period of time. However, now that his expenses were high, he was thinking about where to invest next. At this moment, someone walked in with an invitation. Invitation card. Wang Zhong frowned. He looked at the name and was amused. Mao Jianhua and Yi Leiqian. In the end, Yi Leiqian was still taken over by Mao Jianhua. The last time he had a meal with Mao Jianhua, they were a little unhappy. At first, Wang Zhong thought that Mao Jianhua would not invite him because of his temper. He did not expect that he would still invite him. Wang Zhong guessed that he was probably thinking of asking for a bigger share of the money. It was no wonder that Wang Zhong thought so. He did not have a good impression of Mao Jianhua, and the only good impression he had was of his wife. That skill could not be achieved without 3 to 5 years of training. Just as he was considering whether to go or not, Mao Jianhua called. Li Tu, have you received the invitation? Yes, I have. We had some misunderstandings earlier, but it's fine. I've thought about it. To each his own. Business is business, and friends are friends. Let's forget about the past. This time, you must come to my wedding. Actually, Mao Jianhua had his own thoughts. Wang Zhong was now considered a tycoon. If he came, he would give a small red packet. If the other students gave 1,000 yuan, he would at least give 10,000 yuan. Otherwise, how could he live up to his identity as a millionaire? Okay, I will be there. All of his classmates would be going. If he didn't go, it would seem too much. Therefore, Wang Zhong agreed. After hanging up the phone, Mao Jianhua smiled at Yi Lei Qian, who was lying on the bed. Done. Honey. You are so smart. He agreed to come. Of course. I persuaded him to come with a few words. When the time comes, he will give us a big red packet. That's right. This time, it was Yi Lei Qian's idea to let Mao Jianhua send the invitation to Wang Zhong. In Yi Lei Qian's opinion, Wang Zhong was now a tycoon. If she did not let him come for the wedding, when would she let him come? I'm smart. I think you didn't think of it. Yi Lei Qian said happily while lying on the bed. Yes, my wife is smart. Mao Jianhua said. His eyes were shining as he looked at Yi Lei Qian's long legs. For the past 2 days, he had enjoyed a pleasure that he had never experienced before with Yi Lei Qian. Sometimes, he wondered why Yi Lei Qian knew so much about that. He had asked her once. Yi Lei Qian said that she had watched that kind of film before, so she knew a little about it. Mao Jianhua believed her. In his opinion, Yi Lei Qian was very innocent. How could such a good girl mess around? After lunch, Wang Zhong was thinking about how many red packets to give to Mao Jianhua. Suddenly, there was a commotion outside the door. The receptionist suddenly ran in and said anxiously, "Mr. Li, there is an old woman outside causing trouble." She. What did she say? She said you bullied her family and she wants you to go out. At the same time, Su Xiaoyan called. Brother Li, my mother just called. She said you are causing trouble. I can't stop her. Okay. After hanging up the phone, Wang Zhong walked out of the room. At the door, an old woman was still pushing with the security guard. Let me in. I want to see who he is. He dares to bully my Su family. He must be tired of living. Li Tu, come out. This old woman looked a bit like Su Xiaoyan. The only difference was that she had a fierce look on her face. At first glance, one could tell that she was an expert in scolding. I am Li Tuesday, Wang Zhong walked over and said lightly. He knew that the old woman in front of him was Su Xiaoyan's mother, Shanli's hen. Good. Very good. Come out. Wang Zhong walked out calmly and said, What do you want to say? You caused my son to go to jail and played with my daughter. What do you think I should say? It seems that you still don't understand one thing. Wang Zhong looked directly at Shanli's hen and said, Do you think that you can make me compromise by causing trouble in my company? Old lady, this is not the countryside. You can't succeed by causing trouble. Do you believe that I can not only make your son go to jail with one phone call, but also let the people in jail break his legs? You. Shenli's hen was speechless. Her face was full of fear. To her son was her life. Wang Zhong continued, If you are smart, your son will at most be locked up for 1.5 years. At that time, I will also give your daughter a sum of money. Otherwise, if you continue to cause trouble, Wang Zhong took out his phone and said, I am worth hundreds of millions. I can casually take out a few million to make your son suffer a little in jail. Don't blame me if he becomes a cripple. When dealing with this kind of unreasonable woman, you must not spoil her, let alone reason with her. Otherwise, she will take advantage of your face. The best way is to let her fully feel your arrogance and not to be trifled with. The best way is to let her think of you as a lawless gangster. Then, she will be terrified. Wang Zhong's words made Shen Lizhen's heart twitch. She did not expect that Wang Zhong, such a big boss, was not a gentle person. Instead, he was more like a hooligan. She was really scared. She acted shamelessly because she knew that some people in the city would not dare to make a fuss and beg for mercy when the time came. However, Wang Zhong was not that kind of person. Not only that, but he also accurately grasped her weakness and used her son to threaten her. You are breaking the law. I will call the police. Of course, Shanli's hen would not admit defeat so easily. She pointed at Wang Zhong and trembled. Ha, old lady, you are already so old. You still believe in this kind of thing. Don't you know that the rich are the masters? I know a lot of big brothers here. Believe it or not, with just a phone call, those big brothers will let their friends in jail deal with your son. If you are polite to me now, I will let him go. Otherwise, I will kill your whole family. Shanli's hen could not help but tremble a little. For a moment, she really did not dare to say anything. She thought of the village bully in the village. In the village, she was a master of quarreling. She was not afraid of anything but the village bully in the village. In her opinion, Wang Zhong in front of her was more powerful than the village bully because the village bully did not have as much money as him. Li. Boss Li, actually, I didn't mean that. I was just pleading for my son. Please don't be angry. Shanli's hen softened and did not dare to speak. Forget about pleading. Your son F** King messed up my villa. Do you know how much I lost? He also embezzled so many customers' deposits. I am already giving Su Xiaoyan face by not getting someone to chop him up. Then what should we do? Nothing much. Your son will definitely go to jail. However, I can give your family face and let him stay for 2 or 3 years. However, during this time, you are not allowed to harass me, and you are not allowed to bother Su Xiaoyan. Otherwise, I will break your legs. Yes, I know. Shanli's hen did not dare to say anything else. Her submissive appearance now was completely different from before. Shanli's hen left in a daze. After a while, Su Xiaoyan rushed in. She was shocked when she found that her mother had already left. Brother Li, how did you make my mother leave without saying a word? Su Xiaoyan asked in surprise. Wang Zhong smiled proudly and told her what happened. No wonder my mother told me not to mess with you. She also said that if you want my brother to stay in jail for 2 years, then so be it. Su Xiaoyan breathed a sigh of relief and finally let go of this matter. Chapter 586. Yao Bing was putting on her makeup. Today was the day of Mao Jianhua and Yi Leiqian's wedding. As a girl, of course, she had to dress herself up. However, she had some strange thoughts in her mind because Wang Zhong and Chen Jiqiang would be attending the wedding today. To be honest, she did not want to see either of them. In the past, she admired Chen Jiqiang's scholarly spirit and thought that he would achieve great things sooner or later. However, after half a year of interaction, she was very disappointed. Chen Jiqiang was only good in his studies, but his social skills and ability were too bad. As for Wang Zhong, when she thought about how this person brought her to a hotel twice and saw her best things, she was so angry that her teeth were itching. However, she admitted that in terms of ability, Wang Zhong's ability was much better. What should I wear? Yao Bing looked at the mirror and took out a few sets of underwear. That hollowed-out one is not bad. Suddenly, a voice came from behind. Ah! Yao Bing jumped in fright. Turning her head, she didn't know when Wang Zhong had appeared behind her. You! When did you come? She was changing her clothes just now. How could Wang Zhong suddenly appear in her room? This did not make sense. Haha, I've been here for a long time. Wang Zhong walked over with an evil smile. Scumbag, no, don't come over. At this moment, Yao Bing suddenly opened her eyes and looked around the room. There was no one around. I actually had a nightmare. This Li Tu is really haunting me. Yao Bing complained and rubbed her forehead. Today was Mao Jianhua's wedding day. It was time for her to get up and prepare. Ring ring ring. A phone call came in. Yao Bing looked at it and saw that it was Wang Zhong. In her heart, she did not want to pick up the phone because Wang Zhong had bullied her before. Even when she asked for his help, this guy asked to dance with her. However, if she did not pick up the phone, what if something happened to him? Yao Bing still picked up the phone, but her attitude was very bad. Scumbag, what's the matter so early in the morning? Hey, you don't have to scold me so early in the morning. Wang Zhong was speechless. Humph. Yao Bing was secretly proud of herself for being unreasonable. She did not give up and said, "If you don't say it, I'm hanging up." All right. I just wanted to ask when you're going. I know that place. I think I'll pass by here. Why don't I pick you up? You don't have to answer it. All right then, but I'm already downstairs. Are you sure you don't need it? I'll give you one last chance to think it through. All right. Seeing that you're here, I'll come down later. Yao Bing herself didn't know why, but she fell for Wang Zhong's tricks. She agreed to it as if she was possessed. That's smart. I'll wait for you. After waiting for more than an hour, Yao Bing dressed up beautifully and came downstairs in a long dress. Seeing Yao Bing's delicate appearance, Wang Zhong was surprised. Not bad, clothes really make the woman. I didn't expect you to dress up so beautifully. Yao Bing rolled her eyes at Wang Zhong. Let's go. It's already past 9 o'clock. We still need half an hour to get there. All right. By the way, you eat breakfast every day. It's for you. This Li Tu was quite thoughtful. It would be a lie to say that she wasn't touched. When they arrived at the entrance of the hotel, the guests had already arrived in twos and threes. For this wedding, Mao Jianhua had put in a lot of effort. The venue was a local hotel. There were more than 50 tables of banquet. You go in first, Yao Bing mumbled after getting out of the car. Why? Are you embarrassed to go with me? Wang Zhong asked. I don't want to be misunderstood. All right. Wang Zhong expressed his absolute respect. By the way, how much did you prepare in your red packet? $1,000. The other classmates all got the same amount. Okay. Wang Zhong decided to give her $1,000 as well. As they walked in, they saw Mao Jianhua and Yi Lei Qian, the newlyweds, standing at the entrance to receive guests. Old classmate, Miss Yi, congratulations. Wang Zhong smiled. You're welcome. Li Tu, go in. Old classmates are all seated. Mao Jianhua was very polite. The reason for his politeness was naturally because of Wang Zhong's red packet. Otherwise, he wouldn't have bothered with them. Yi Lei Qian, on the other hand, was particularly enthusiastic about Wang Zhong. Previously, she felt that she had suffered a great loss because of Wang Zhong. However, after knowing about Wang Zhong's wealth, she felt that there was still a possibility between Wang Zhong and her. If he still wanted her, she could offer a high price. After Wang Zhong entered, he saw a group of old classmates sitting at 2 tables. One of the tables was occupied by Chen Jiqiang. When Chen Jiqiang saw Wang Zhong, his face instantly sank. In fact, he didn't want Mao Jianhua to call Wang Zhong over. He didn't want to delay his reconciliation with Yao Bing. However, Mao Jianhua didn't listen to him on this matter. After all, Mao Jianhua also wanted to get more money. After a while, Yao Bing walked in. Yao Bing was a standard first-rate beauty. Once she appeared, many people were shocked. Bing Bing, over here. Chen Jiqiang walked over immediately. Chen Jiqiang, there's nothing between us. Don't pester me. Chen Jiqiang was about to speak when Wang Zhong walked over with a smile. Isn't this my woman? Who's your woman? Li Tu, don't talk nonsense. Chen Jiqiang knew that Wang Zhong would come over to cause trouble, but he didn't expect him to be so bold as to say that Yao Bing was his woman. One had to know that even he didn't dare to say this sentence. If you don't believe me, then ask Bing Bing. Chen Jiqiang looked at Yao Bing in disbelief. Yao Bing frowned and said, Go away. As she spoke, Yao Bing was about to find a seat alone. How is it? She's not sitting with you. Wang Zhong walked to Yao Bing's side and said softly, Bing Bing, you're not giving me face. After all, I sent you here in the morning. Let's go, I'll sit there. No need. Yao Bing said firmly. All right, then I'll tell you about us getting a room. Wang Zhong said calmly. Yao Bing was really scared. She gritted her teeth and said, Scumbag. Although she scolded him, she still went to sit beside Wang Zhong. This guy, Chen Jiqiang gritted his teeth, but he felt powerless. Before the wedding ceremony, the host started his speech. On this beautiful day, with birds chirping and flowers blooming, our newlyweds. The ceremony was very long, making Wang Zhong sleepy. Yao Bing, on the other hand, was very excited when she saw the bride. This was the most important moment for a woman. Any normal woman would look forward to this moment when they could be together with their loved one. Thinking of this, she sighed in her heart. It was a pity that her most precious thing had been seen by someone else. How could she face her loved one in the future? She couldn't help but complain to Wang Zhong again. Soon, the ceremony ended. Mao Jianhua and Yi Leiqian went down to change their clothes and prepare for the toast later. Backstage, Mao Jianhua changed his clothes and couldn't wait to find his mother. "Mom, how much did we get as a gift?" "My classmates gave us a lot, right?" Mao Jianhua asked. "Yes, everyone got 1,000 yuan. Not bad," Mao Jianhua's mother said happily. Mao Jianhua rubbed his hands and walked over to rummage through the red packets. "What are you looking for?" "Someone called Li Tuesday. This guy is a big boss. He must have given us a lot." "Li Tu, I seem to remember. You asked me to look for it. But it's not much. It's also 1,000 yuan. Impossible, he's such a big boss." Mao Jianhua was shocked. To him, Wang Zhong was such a big boss. If he gave him 1,000 yuan, wouldn't he be looking down on him? Wasn't he embarrassed? Then, he rummaged through Wang Zhong's red packet. Sure enough, when he opened it, he found that it was only 1,000 yuan. Damn, it's really only 1,000 yuan. Mao Jianhua was angry. He invited him to the wedding out of kindness, but he only gave him 1,000 yuan. How could he live up to his status? "You embarrassed me, so I'll embarrass you too." Mao Jianhua cursed in his heart. Soon, it was time for a toast. Mao Jianhua and Yi Leiqian toasted table by table. It was very lively. Finally, they reached Wang Zhong's table. Mao Jianhua politely clinked glasses with the other students, but ignored Wang Zhong who was beside him. He treated him like air. After drinking, Mao Jianhua purposely said to the other students, "It's nice to meet you guys, unlike some people who don't even want friends when they have some money." At this table, Wang Zhong was the richest. It was obvious who Mao Jianhua was talking about. This caused Wang Zhong's expression to change slightly, turning ugly. The others were confused. When others saw that Wang Zhong was rich, they couldn't wait to curry favor with him. But this Mao Jianhua actually made sarcastic remarks. This, Yi Leiqian also didn't know what Mao Jianhua was doing. She could only look at Wang Zhong apologetically and continue to sit with Mao Jianhua. "Mao Jianhua seems to be angry with you," Yao Bing said proudly. She was very happy to see Wang Zhong being humiliated. "You seem to be very happy to see me being humiliated." That's... After Yao Bing said that, her face suddenly changed. Because she felt a hand on her thigh. "Li Tu, let go of me." He, I won't let go." "Why don't you shout? Anyway, everyone knows that you're my woman." "You?" Yao Bing's voice sounded like she was about to cry. This was a public place. If she really shouted, it would be extremely embarrassing. "Li Tu, let go. I beg you. Let me hear you call me husband." "No." Yao Bing was resolute. "Then I'll go inside." Don't. Yao Bing felt her whole body go soft. She could only clench her teeth and say, "Husband, husband. Good girl." Wang Zhong smiled proudly. This woman was asking for a lesson. She was obviously obedient to him, but her mouth didn't let him go. Since this was the case, he had to teach her a lesson. After the ceremony, everyone started to eat. Wang Zhong was eating when a text message came in. Wang Zhong looked at it. It was from Yi Leiqian. "Yi Leiqian, I'm sorry. Mao Jianhua drank too much. He didn't mean to say those words." Yi Leiqian sent Wang Zhong a message with the intention of letting Wang Zhong not be angry. After all, there weren't many rich people like him. How could her husband offend him? Chapter 587. Wang Zhong took a look at Yi Leiqian's message and was amused. He rolled his eyes and came up with an even worse plan. I'm not angry. Where are you now? Yi Leiqian. I'm removing my makeup backstage. What's wrong? Wang Zhong. I have something good for you. Do you want it? Yi Leiqian was delighted when she saw the message. Rich people were indeed rich. He didn't forget to give her a gift on her wedding day. He didn't give her one before because there were too many people. Sorry. She couldn't wait to reply. Then give it to me. Jianhua is with a guest anyway. There's no one else here. That was a good hint. Wang Zhong got up and said to Yao Bing, I'm going to the toilet. Lazy people poop a lot. Yao Bing muttered. Wang Zhong went backstage. It was dinner time. His relatives and friends were all at the table. The waiters were also busy in the hall. After finding Yi Leiqian's place, Wang Zhong went in and locked the door. You're so annoying. Why did you lock the door? Yi Leiqian didn't have any resistance to Wang Zhong's coquettishness because she had done it with Wang Zhong before. Little girl, you look pretty good dressed up as a bride. Wang Zhong hugged Yi Leiqian. Aya, don't mess around. What's wrong? If you don't want me, I'm leaving. I won't give you anything. I can't wait to like you. How can I let you go? Yi Leiqian was a simple person. She only loved money. Even if Wang Zhong was an old man now, she couldn't bear to let him go under the temptation of a gift. That's good. Come on. That's not good. This is a hotel. I've locked the door. This. Okay then. Yi Leiqian had no choice but to pray that Wang Zhong would recover soon. Ding. Received 20,000 yuan. After that, Wang Zhong said that he would give her a branded bag worth 120,000 yuan. So, he transferred 120,000 yuan to her and told her to buy it herself. Yi Leiqian looked at the money she received on her phone and beamed with joy. Her voice became even more coquettish. Boss Li, you're so generous. Haha, it's fine. As long as you are obedient in the future, money is not a problem. Okay. By the way, how are your husband Mao Jianhua and Chen Jiqiang's projects recently? Someone has invested tens of millions in them. By then, you will be the boss's wife. Wang Zhong asked as if nothing had happened. How can it be that good? That boss wants 1 million yuan security deposit before he is willing to lend the money. I'm so speechless. That Chen Jiqiang also has no money and is borrowing everywhere. Alright, they also have their eyes on Yao Bing and want to get back together. Unfortunately, Yao Bing doesn't care about him. Yi Leiqian said without hesitation. In fact, she did not take Mao Jianhua seriously at all. She only married him because someone said that he would invest in them. But now, it seemed that the investment was still far away. By the way, President Li, why don't you invest in Jianhua? At most, I'll spend more time with you. Forget it, I don't do business at a loss. To be honest, the reason why he was still messing with Yi Leiqian was purely to take revenge on Mao Jianhua. Wang Zhong was actually not interested in her. However, he did not expect to hear news about Chen Jiqiang. This guy did not really want to get back together with Yao Bing, but wanted Yao Bing to give him 1 million yuan security deposit. After leaving Yi Leiqian's place, Wang Zhong was surprised to see Chen Jiqiang sitting next to Yao Bing as soon as he went out. Bing, don't ignore me. I'm sincere to you. You see, I also bought you this. Under the watchful eyes of everyone, Chen Jiqiang took out a jewelry box and opened it. Inside it was a glittering gold necklace. It could be seen that Chen Jiqiang had spent a lot of money in order to get back together. Chen Jiqiang, why did you buy this? Yao Bing frowned. Chen Jiqiang's actions had a feeling that he was forcing her, which made her very uncomfortable. It was as if she was only worth this small necklace. Of course, I bought it for you. Bing, I'm sorry about what happened before. Let me hang it for you. No need. Yao Bing shook her head helplessly. She knew why Chen Jiqiang did this. under the watchful eyes of the crowd. He wanted to use this trick to make himself embarrassed to refuse. After all, there were so many people watching. However, Yao Bing was no longer the same as before. At this moment, she could not help but think of Wang Zhong. If it was Wang Zhong, he would not do such a childish thing like Chen Jiqiang, right? Oh, Chen Jiqiang, what did you do to my woman when I wasn't around? Wang Zhong's voice came, which made Chen Jiqiang slightly stunned. His face turned ugly. When did Bing Bing become your woman? Chen Jiqiang said angrily. Oh, do you want me to talk about the interesting things between me and Bing Bing? Yao Bing's face changed. Li Tu, don't talk nonsense. Okay, let's not talk about our things. Wang Zhong walked over with a smile. Under the watchful eyes of everyone, he hugged Yao Bing overbearingly and looked at Chen Jiqiang provocatively. Chen Jiqiang, did you see that? Can you do this? Yao Bing wanted to struggle and leave, but Wang Zhong's grip was too strong, making it difficult for her to break free. You guys. At this moment, no matter how thick-skinned Chen Jiqiang was, he could not say anything. He pointed at Wang Zhong and said, Okay, Yao Bing, you're shameless. When we were together, you had your eyes on Li Tu's money and became his mistress, right? Wow. Chen Jiqiang's words completely turned hostile. Chen Jiqiang, what did you say? Yao Bing looked at Chen Jiqiang in disbelief. She thought of how she tried to find investments for him, but all she got in return was a false accusation. Stop pretending, you gold digger poo. Chen Jiqiang turned around and left. Everyone, let's eat. It's just a quarrel between young people. Mao Jianhua's elder timely mediated. But how could Yao Bing eat at this moment? The more she thought about it, the angrier she became. Especially when she noticed that a few girls were looking at her strangely, as if they were looking at a gold digger. Sigh, this Chen Jiqiang is really good at talking nonsense. He can't get what he wants, so he starts spreading rumors about others. Seeing that Yao Bing was upset, Wang Zhong said, Yeah, Chen Jiqiang is really something. In my opinion, he's just a petty person. Isn't that so? How can there be such a person? Chen Jiqiang had no money or power, so naturally, no one was willing to speak up for him. Unfortunately, although everyone said so, Yao Bing was still upset. She stood up abruptly and said, I'm full. Li Tu, send me off. Damn, what's going on? She's taking the initiative to ask for him. Wang Zhong was shocked. On second thought, he knew that Yao Bing was probably upset. Okay. What else could Wang Zhong say? After walking out, Yao Bing was still upset. After getting into the car, Yao Bing said with a cold face, I want a drink. You're treating? Wang Zhong asked. Yao Bing looked at Wang Zhong in surprise. You're still bullying me. I'm just kidding. Are you really angry? Actually, it's fine. Chen Jiqiang said that to make you angry. You can't be fooled. I don't need you to remind me. I know. Yao Bing said with a cold face. It's good that you know. Why aren't you driving? Yes, my goddess. Wang Zhong said with a weird tone. Although Yao Bing snorted, her mood was quite good because of Wang Zhong's teasing. She cursed in her heart. What a scumbag. He even likes to take advantage of me when he speaks. Wang Zhong drove and soon arrived at the place where they had steak last time. Yao Bing's mood was really bad. She started to indulge herself. In just 10 minutes, she drank 2 big glasses of red wine. Her originally red face became even redder. Li Tu, I'm really in trouble because of you. I fell out of love because of you. My ex-boyfriend even said that to me. It's all your fault. Yao Bing burped and said angrily. Okay. It's all my fault. I'll drink more, okay? You must drink more. Then let's drink. You're wrong. Why do you still want me to drink? You're unreasonable. Then you can't drink anymore? I can't drink. You're kidding. Yao Bing frowned and drank it all in one go. She even said provocatively, "I can drink." Wang Zhong was stunned. Her alcohol tolerance was really high. But wasn't she afraid of getting drunk? One must know that she had gotten drunk twice before. He had succeeded each time. If it wasn't for the fact that he didn't take advantage of her, her belly would have been as big as a ball. With 2 previous examples, she didn't learn her lesson? But soon, Wang Zhong understood why. It was simple. Yao Bing was too sad. When a person was heartbroken, it was easy for them to do things that went against their rationality. At this moment, Yao Bing was probably thinking of getting drunk and indulging herself. Since that was the case, he would accompany her. "Come, let's drink. Let's play dice." Bragging. "Okay." Wang Zhong nodded. Soon, Yao Bing was almost drunk. Even her words were incoherent. As a matter of course, Wang Zhong helped her up the stairs. Chen Jiqiang, I really have to thank you. If it wasn't for your help, I wouldn't be in such a good situation." Wang Zhong was happy and immediately pressed on top of her. In order to be a scumbag in this life, Wang Zhong was going all out. This time, Yao Bing was very obedient. Until the latter half of the night, Yao Bing was so tired that she fell asleep. But what made Wang Zhong speechless was that Yao Bing sneaked out early the next morning. Wang Zhong guessed that Yao Bing had regained her rationality. She realized that it was wrong of her to indulge herself like this. She felt embarrassed, so she left early. Wang Zhong naturally wouldn't say anything about it. But he guessed that it wouldn't be easy to find Yao Bing in the future. After that, Yao Bing rarely contacted him. She only chatted with him when they were talking about stocks. She didn't talk about anything else. This made Wang Zhong think that Yao Bing might have suffered some kind of trauma. Wang Zhong was busy with his business every day. Now that Su Xiaoyan was accompanying him every day, he would play stocks when he was free. A year had passed. He sold all his stocks because the stock market wasn't doing very well recently. Anyway, he had earned almost 100 million this year. There was no need to spend more on it. In fact, Wang Zhong now had a net worth of 200 million. Therefore, he went to Hong Kong in advance to inherit the 10 billion. Chapter 588. When he inherited the 100 million, in fact, Wang Zhong himself did not expect that his goal of earning 100 million would be accomplished so quickly. He calculated that it was mainly from Su Biao that he got a lot of money. After that, Yao Bing made a lot of money for him in the stock market, so that he achieved his goal of 100 million ahead of time. Now the cash on hand was about 180 million. But don't forget, he had 2 villas and a company worth 5 or 6 million. So, Wang Zhong was ready to inherit this legacy ahead of time. When he accepted this 100 million, Uncle Li Deshang's lawyer said that as long as he used this 100 million to earn 100 million within 5 years, he could inherit Li Deshang's 10 billion. The meaning of these 5 years, of course, included 1 day, 1 year. As long as he proved that he had 200 million in any day in these 5 years, he could inherit 10 billion. 10 billion. Even in reality, Wang Zhong only had a few billion. After mortgaging the 2 villas for a loan, Wang Zhong went to Hong Kong. As soon as he landed, the lawyer Su Wan, who had already been contacted, greeted him. "Hello, Mr. Li." Su Wan politely reached out and shook hands with Wang Zhong, but in her heart, she muttered. It was only a year since Li Deshang's death, and this guy earned 100 million and came to take this 10 billion inheritance? Su Wan felt that it was not possible because Li Tu's previous information was very clear. He was just an ordinary delivery boy. What investment channel could he have to quickly earn 100 million? Now it seemed that there was only one possibility. That was to cheat the inheritance. Thinking of this, Su Wan sneered. In fact, there was a law that was not told to Wang Zhong. That was, if he could not earn 100 million and use the loan money to cheat, once it was verified, even the original 100 million would be taken back. This was the price of cheating the inheritance. After a few polite words, Wang Zhong got on Su Wan's car. Su Wan was not a talkative person, but her business ability was indisputable. While driving, she could answer the phone and chat with other clients. Finally, he came to Su Wan's office. Su Wan said straightforwardly, "Mr. Li, you said that you came to take Mr. Li Deshang's legacy. This is not a problem, but you know the prerequisite, right?" "Of course I know. I've already earned 100 million in 5 years." Wang Zhong took out his phone and showed the balance of his account. Su Wan smiled politely and said, "We are not looking at your account balance, but we need you to provide the source of the money to ensure the legitimacy of your source of money." "I see." Wang Zhong nodded and did not find it strange. "That's easy. I'll show you my stock account and the Bai Jala account that I played with a year ago." "Alright, I can show you the information of my intermediary company." Wang Zhong did not expect that inheriting this fortune would be so troublesome. However, it did not matter. No matter how troublesome it was, there was a limit. He just needed to complete the requirements. Therefore, Wang Zhong handed over the information one by one. It took him a total of 3 days. "This is the flow of my stock account. I've earned nearly 100 million with the stock of Mingzhou Enterprises. I earned this from playing Beijiale. Of course, this website doesn't seem to be legitimate, but the source of my money is definitely legitimate. This is my company's income." The information was handed over to Su Wan one by one. Su Wan was extremely shocked. You've really earned so much." Su Wan was a person who was very calm when encountering anything. However, no matter how calm he was somewhat inconceivable at the moment. Wang Zhong smiled and said, "I'm just lucky." "Well, your luck is really good," Su Wan muttered in his heart. Not only did he earn so much from playing stocks, but he was about to inherit 10 billion. Originally, he somewhat looked down on Wang Zhong, this nouveau riche. He thought that sooner or later, he would lose everything. But now he did not think so. Instead, he was somewhat envious of Wang Zhong. Just think about it, he worked so hard every day, accompanying those clients to solve all kinds of legal issues. Li Tu did nothing and 10 billion fell from the sky. God, why was the gap between people so big? After Su Wan and his team seriously reviewed it, it was finally confirmed that Wang Zhong really completed the 100 million goal in advance. The company, villa, car under his name were all real. There was no abnormal flow of funds in the account, indicating that he did not borrow a high amount of debt from the black market to pass it off as his own assets. "Mr. Li, your inheritance goal is real. Congratulations on inheriting the inheritance of Mr. Li Deshang. I believe that he will be very pleased to know in the underworld." Su Wan held Wang Zhong's hand tightly and said with emotion, "Next, I will introduce you to Mr. Li's inheritance." Mr. Li was a hidden rich man in Hong Kong. The companies under his name were all sold in the early years. After that, he invested in foreign bonds, stocks, and futures markets. That is to say, most of his money was earned by the financial industry. Before he died, he did not sell those stocks, bonds, and futures. If he sold them now, the value of these— Su Wan looked at the information on the computer and finally said with a strange look, "More than 1,138,611,000. So much." Wang Zhong felt his heart beating fast. Before, he was still working hard to earn 100 million. Who would have thought that his uncle was the real moneymaker? Yes, it was originally about 10 billion, but the foreign market has been good this year, so the appreciation has been very good. Well, hurry up and go through the handover procedures. These things are all under my name. Wang Zhong couldn't wait. 10 billion, it's really wonderful. Well, we will handle this for you right away. Now, Wang Zhong was the top client of his law firm. If these things were handed over to him, he could make a lot of money from it. Naturally, he was more polite to Wang Zhong. With so many assets, the procedures naturally took a lot of time. It took more than a month for the asset handover procedures to be completed. Once again returning to the city where he lived, Su Xiaoyan drove the car to pick him up as soon as he got off the plane. To Su Xiaoyan, Wang Zhong didn't tell the truth that he was going to Hong Kong. He just said that he was going to talk about business. After all, the wealth that he inherited was too much. In this life, Wang Zhong didn't trust anyone but himself. This was not an honest person. The current Su Xiaoyan was a lot more mature and steady. Her dressing had a kind of intellectual beauty. This time, when she came to pick him up, she wore long black stockings and a short skirt that reached her breasts. This wasn't her usual attire. Seeing this, Wang Zhong felt a burst of passion. As soon as he reached home, Wang Zhong carried Su Xiaoyan and drove straight in. "Brother Li, you are too bad. You treat me like that as soon as I get home." After finishing, Su Xiaoyan didn't forget to say a few words coquettishly. This was Su Xiaoyan's likability. While satisfying people, she didn't forget to complain and act coquettishly. It was very likable. "If you are not dressed like this to seduce me, why are you dressed like this?" Wang Zhong smiled and scratched Su Xiaoyan's nose. "Annoying, don't say it out loud. But do I really look good dressed like this?" "Yes, very good. But you can't dress like this in front of others. I don't want you to be seen by others. Of course, I am yours," Su Xiaoyan said coquettishly. "By the way, this is the gift I bought for you in Hong Kong." Wang Zhong took out a diamond necklace from his suitcase. Su Xiaoyan was so excited that she kissed Wang Zhong a few times. After a few kisses, Wang Zhong asked, "By the way, how is the thing that I asked you to do before I left?" Before going to Hong Kong, the owner of a 5-star hotel in the city died in an accident. After the owner died, his 3 children were fighting over the family property. Because there was no will, the lawyer finally said that the hotel was sold and the 3 children would share the property equally. To be honest, this 5-star hotel was very profitable and the business was very good. No one in their right mind would sell it like this. But now that the 3 children were going to split up, they could only pack it up and sell it. Wang Zhong thought about it. Although inheriting more than 10 billion was a lot, the money would run out. He was still young. If he didn't become a capitalist, how could he be a scumbag? So before leaving, he asked Su Xiaoyan to observe the hotel. "There will be an auction in that place the day after tomorrow." So far, I know that several companies, consortiums, and private owners are targeting that hotel. The starting price is 500 million. 500 million. Wang Zhong understood. "Let's go the day after tomorrow." "Brother Li, isn't it too risky? There are a lot of people interested in this hotel. The price will definitely be high." Wang Zhong smiled and said, "I have my eyes on far more than this hotel." "Then you. Let's talk about it the day after tomorrow." 2 days later, the hotel's auction began. This hotel was originally a luxury hotel. It had entertainment, restaurants, accommodation, sauna, and everything. Today is the auction of the luxury hotel. This hotel has been built for 10 years. It is the largest 5-star hotel in the city. Countless celebrities have stayed there. The total floor area is 9.5. For such a big project, the auction was very strict. Not only did the auctioneer repeat the information before the auction, but the bidders also had a copy of the information. However, as big bosses, everyone had memorized this information by heart and understood it very well. When the auctioneer was reading, Wang Zhong touched his chin and thought about the hotel's plan. In fact, his goal was not the hotel, but the 50,000 square meters of building area and the beach beside the hotel. At that time, he had thought of a big project. The hotel was close to the beach. He could build a seaside tourist attraction and a theme park there. This hotel, seaside, tourist attraction, everything. The value of the hotel would increase in minutes. At present, although there were several places by the beach in the city, they were all small. The most important thing was that there was no theme park. If he could open it up now, it would be wonderful. Of course, this project would definitely cost a lot of money. So, he had to take it slow. If he couldn't do it, he could find a partner. Anyway, it was tiring to do it alone. It would be good to have a partner. Chapter 589. The Starting Price. Just as the auctioneer was about to speak, a manager suddenly came up and whispered a few words to him. What? No more bidding. The manager nodded awkwardly. The auctioneer looked embarrassed and shouted to the crowd, I'm sorry, everyone. I just got the news that the hotel is not bidding. What? Are you kidding us? What about our losses? F*CK, pay up. A group of representatives shouted angrily. The auctioneer hurriedly said, We'll pay you 3 times the deposit. I'm sorry. Wang Zhong frowned and could only leave. However, it was impossible for him to give up so easily. He guessed that there must be something fishy. Maybe the hotel was intercepted in advance. Sure enough, a few days later, the news came that the new owner of the hotel was the Su Group. The Su Group was generous. They gave each of the 3 heirs of the hotel 20% shares, and the remaining 40% belonged to them. In order to buy the 40% shares, the Su Group also paid a lot, almost the same as buying the whole hotel. After that, the Su Group held an opening ceremony and invited many celebrities. Wang Zhong was lucky enough to receive an invitation. He actually didn't know anyone in the Su Group, so he didn't understand why they invited him. Could it be that the Su Group also thought that he was a person with the intention to invest, so they invited him? The opening ceremony of the Su Group was very grand. The location was in this 5-star hotel, and they even invited celebrities to help. Wang Zhong thought that he just happened to know some rich people and wanted to broaden his horizons, so he came. It was only after that he discovered some problems. He met old acquaintances here, his old classmates Mao Jianhua and Chen Jiqiang. After not seeing them for a year, these 2 people seemed to have become a lot more popular. They even stood on the rostrum of the Su Group. It seemed that they were all from the Su Group. Soon, he also knew that the Su Group invited them. The Su Group's idea was the same as his. That was to integrate this place into an integrated amusement park, a marine park, and a hotel. It could be imagined that once the project was completed, the value of the hotel would skyrocket. The key was that there were no large-scale entertainment projects in the surrounding area, and the income of the city's residents had been rising. With the spending power, that place would definitely become popular. The Su's Group understood the importance of this project, so they bought the hotel and had the right to develop the surrounding areas of the hotel. The next step was to negotiate with the municipal government. Wang Zhong didn't think that the city government would reject such a big project. First of all, the surrounding area was a wasteland, especially the seaside area. There were no residents at all. Secondly, the development of this area could greatly increase employment and tax revenue. There was also no environmental pressure. Only a fool would reject such a good business project. On the way here, Wang Zhong had learned that the Su Group's main business was also hotels and some real estate projects. According to the financial group's annual report, this company's liquid assets were valued at around 3 billion, excluding fixed assets. With such a small amount of liquid assets, it was naturally impossible to swallow this project in one go. This banquet was actually to invite social financial groups to invest. The person in charge of this project was said to be a woman named Su Wanqi. At this moment, she was giving an opening speech on the rostrum. Then, she began to talk about the project she was going to develop. She also gave this project a very nice name. It was called Dahai Bay Water Park. Looking at Su Wanqi, Wang Zhong suddenly felt that the name was quite familiar, but he couldn't remember it for a while. After that, Wang Zhong learned from several guests who attended the banquet that Su Wanqi was the eldest daughter of the Su Group's leader. She was smart and capable. It was precisely because of her that she saw the business opportunity behind this hotel. So, without saying a word, she invited the 3 children of the former owner of the hotel. After several days of discussion, she finally stopped the auction before the hammer fell. The conditions she gave were really good. Think about it. If this Dahai Bay Water Park project went smoothly, the shares in the hands of the 3 children would also rise. As long as one was smart, one would know how to choose. Originally, Wang Zhong also admired this woman, but he soon found that Chen Jiqiang had been following behind Su Wanqi and was busy from time to time. What's going on? Wang Zhong was stunned. Soon, Su Wanqi agreed on the plan for the Dahai Bay Water Park project. For a time, the guests below whispered. They were all smart people. Even though they didn't have this idea at first, after Su Wanqi said it, everyone suddenly realized. Everyone approved this project. It was conceivable that once the project was completed, the appreciation of the hotel alone would make the Su Group a lot of money. Therefore, many big bosses and people from consortia began to move, thinking about future investments. Wang Zhong also wanted to contact Su Wanqi, but Chen Jiqiang, who was beside this woman, made him a little speechless. Everyone knew that he and Chen Jiqiang didn't get along. Chen Jiqiang must be full of hatred for him. After all, he was the one who separated him and Yao Bing. Seeing that Su Wanqi trusted Chen Jiqiang, if he went over rashly and Chen Jiqiang said a few words, Su Wanqi might have some prejudice against him. As he was thinking, to Wang Zhong's surprise, Chen Jiqiang came over. "Oh, isn't this Mr. Li? It seems that my subordinate really invited you." Chen Jiqiang's tone was mocking. Wang Zhong understood and said, "So it was you who invited me over." "Ha ha ha, otherwise, do you think you are qualified?" Anyway, Chen Jiqiang had already seen through him, so he didn't hold back. The reason he had invited Wang Zhong over was to let him see his own abilities. So what if Li Tu was rich? He was just a small boss of an intermediary company. Chen Jiqiang was now the department manager of the Su Group. He was in charge of several people and was at Su Wanqi's beck and call. Especially when Su Wanqi said that once the project was successful, as long as he did a good job, she would give him shares. At that time, he would be a millionaire. He felt that the current him was sufficient to suppress Wang Zhong. "Well, you are very good. But why did you suddenly come here? Didn't a big boss invest in you?" Wang Zhong said calmly. He didn't know how to get in touch with Su Wanqi, but he suddenly had an idea. "Humph, I don't care about that kind of small project anymore." Chen Jiqiang's expression changed slightly. "Is that so? Congratulations." "Haha, not bad. Li Tu, I heard that you also went to the auction. Teske, it seems that you are still one step behind." Chen Jiqiang smiled proudly and left. Then Chen Jiqiang walked to Mao Jianhua's side. The two of them raised their wine glasses and pointed at Wang Zhong. They didn't hide the ridicule on their faces. To Wang Zhong's surprise, the woman beside Mao Jianhua was not Yi Lei Qian, but a woman dressed in skimpy clothes. He immediately realized that something might have happened between Mao Jianhua and Yi Lei Qian. If he wanted to know what happened to Mao Jianhua and Chen Jiqiang in the past year, he would have to ask Yi Lei Qian. Therefore, Wang Zhong took out his phone and sent a smiley face to Yi Lei Qian. In the past year, Yi Lei Qian would ask Wang Zhong out from time to time. It seems that even after getting married, Yi Lei Qian still couldn't change her mind about doing business. Unfortunately, Wang Zhong was no longer interested in her, so he kept saying that he was busy. Therefore, the two of them didn't contact each other for half a year. After sending the smiley face, Wang Zhong sent 8,800 renminbi as a red envelope. He sent a message, "I just came back from abroad. Where are you?" Yi Lei Qian wasn't very comfortable recently. After marrying Mao Jianhua, she thought that Mao Jianhua and Chen Jiqiang's game project would be successful and she would be a rich wife. In order to pay the 1 million RMB security deposit, Chen Jiqiang encouraged Mao Jianhua to use their wedding gift money and their wedding house as collateral. Only then did they pay the 1 million RMB security deposit. However, they didn't expect that the so-called real estate boss disappeared. They immediately realized that they were cheated. From the beginning to the end, no one was willing to spend tens of millions to invest in their game. This real estate boss was a liar. What security deposit? His goal was to take the money and leave. Later, Mao Jianhua, Yi Lei Qian, and Chen Jiqiang went to the real estate boss company and found out that the company was temporarily rented. The business license and identity card were all fake. They realized that they couldn't get the 1 million RMB. They had no money, and now that their wedding house was mortgaged, they had to return the money. Yi Leiqian complained to Mao Jianhua every day and finally wanted a divorce. Mao Jianhua had no choice but to move out. After that, Yi Leiqian had no choice but to contact her previous customers and start her business again. Half a year later, Mao Jianhua and Chen Jiqiang got lucky and met Su Wanqi. Both of them entered the Su group and their status rose. Mao Jianhua had some money in his hands. Although he and Yi Leiqian got back together, he soon found a new lover outside and ignored Yi Leiqian. Especially recently, Mao Jianhua didn't go home much. Yi Leiqian knew that Mao Jianhua would divorce her sooner or later. She was very anxious now. Was she going to stay in this business forever? As the saying goes, which woman doesn't want to marry well? Who would be willing to stay in this business forever? Director Li, long time no see. Thank you for the red packet. Wang Zhong stopped the car at the entrance of Yi Leiqian's neighborhood. Once Yi Leiqian got in the car, she held onto Wang Zhong's arm and thanked him. Looking at Yi Leiqian's outfit, Wang Zhong almost had a nosebleed. She was wearing a short sailor skirt, white stockings, and a low-neck shirt that exposed her cleavage. This. Wasn't this too? Luckily, Wang Zhong was well informed and wasn't shocked. What's wrong? Are you alone at home during the day? Did Jianhua go to work? Wang Zhong pinched her there and said playfully. Chapter 590. Annoying. Being taken advantage of, Yi Leiqian was not angry. Instead, she was very happy. This Li too was a big boss. Of course, she wanted to serve him well. When the time came, he would reward her with tens of thousands of yuan. This was much more generous than accompanying others. Jianhua, that bastard. Now that he has a lover, he has forgotten about me. Yi Leiqian said angrily, my mother wants me to divorce him, but I'm not willing. Oh. Why? Wang Zhong thought to himself. As expected, he came to look for Yi Leiqian and found out some important information. Yi Leiqian did not have any feelings for Mao Jianhua. If not for the fact that she wanted to be a rich wife, she would not have gotten married. Therefore, when faced with Wang Zhong's question, she told him everything in detail. So that real estate boss was a liar. Hearing Yi Leiqian's story, Wang Zhong laughed. He knew it. Why would a real estate boss invest in games for no reason? Not to mention this kind of rubbish game. As expected, there was something fishy going on. As Chen Jiqiang's ultimate bootlicker, Mao Jianhua even mortgaged his wedding house to raise money for Chen Jiqiang. Now, all the money was wasted. Then what are they doing now? Wang Zhong knew, but he deliberately asked Yi Leiqian to see if she would tell the truth. As the car drove, Yi Leiqian did not have any ulterior motives. In other words, she hated Mao Jianhua from the bottom of her heart. In her opinion, after marrying Mao Jianhua, what she got was not as much as what she got from Wang Zhong. On the other hand, Mao Jianhua did not contribute anything. He even gave away their wedding house. Now that he had made a small fortune, he immediately kicked her away. Anyone would be angry. Therefore, Yi Leiqian answered Wang Zhong's question without hesitation. It turned out that Su Wanqi was Li Tu's senior in school. When Su Wanqi was still in school, she worked with Chen Jiqiang on some student union matters. Therefore, they were quite familiar with each other. After meeting Su Wanqi, Chen Jiqiang recommended himself. In fact, he was just bragging. He said that he was talented but was not recognized. Yi Leiqian did not know the details, but Su Wanqi recruited him into the company. This was also Chen Jiqiang's greatest strength. He couldn't do things well, but his mouth could intimidate people. Now I heard that Chen Jiqiang is already a department manager there, and Mao Jianhua is his secretary. The two of them are doing very well. In about 3 months, they have paid off the money for our wedding house. Yi Leiqian said. Oh. Logically speaking, even if he's a department manager, he shouldn't be able to earn money so quickly. Yeah, I found it strange too. I even asked him. Unfortunately, Jianhua is angry with me now and doesn't want to talk to me. Why did you two quarrel? Wang Zhong felt strange. Could it be that Mao Jianhua found out that Yi Leiqian had an affair? However, thinking about it, it didn't seem very likely. It was very simple. When Yi Leiqian did this kind of thing, her protective measures were very good. The location she chose was very hidden, and most people would not know about it. Isn't it because he despises me for scolding him for being useless back then? Moreover, there are people outside now. I'm so angry. Wang Zhong laughed in his heart. This couple was really weird. Both of them were going out to play. Yi Leiqian, since you are going to divorce, can you do me a favor? Wang Zhong asked. What's the matter? Help me find out some things. That's right. This time, he looked for Yi Leiqian, of course, not to reminisce about the old days, but to ask Yi Leiqian to be an insider and understand the specific matters of the Su group. In order to let Yi Leiqian do things, Wang Zhong promised a sum of money. In the evening, Yi Leiqian contacted Mao Jianhua. Hubby, I cooked a table of good dishes today. Can you come back? Really? Mao Jianhua had already returned to his office. After listening to Yi Leiqian's phone call, he suddenly felt a little unbelievable. Because Yi Leiqian ignored him in the past, causing him to have a home where he couldn't go back. Now that he was making money, Yi Leiqian's attitude towards him was slightly better, but it wasn't so good. What was going on? Yes, hubby, I found a fortune teller today. It's very suitable for us to have a child recently. And Mao Jianhua was stunned. Yi Leiqian actually said that. A while ago, they were arguing about divorce. Because of this, he even found a lover. Of course, this lover was found in a KTV. It was just for fun, and it was impossible for them to get married. In his opinion, if he wanted to get married, he had to find a girl like Yi Leiqian, who was simple and pure. Unfortunately, Yi Leiqian's temper was too bad, which made him very speechless. Now that Yi Leiqian's attitude seemed to have softened, he thought about it and agreed. Well, I'll come back tonight. Hubby, I'll wait for you. Cute. It had to be said that it was very easy for Yi Leiqian to seduce a person if she wanted to. Mao Jianhua heard a burst of excitement in his heart. Although the two of them had been husband and wife for a long time, Mao Jianhua also missed Yi Leiqian's unique skills after not being together for so long. After all, there were many beautiful women, but Yi Leiqian belonged to the technical type. She was the kind that could fly away. Even the experienced and knowledgeable Wang Zhong was defeated, not to mention Mao Jianhua. At night, when he returned home, Yi Leiqian cooked a table of good dishes and accompanied Mao Jianhua to drink a few glasses of wine. Hubby, I'm sorry for the past. I was unreasonable. I know I was wrong. I've thought it through now. I've been married for so long. It's almost time for me to have a child. What do you think? Yi Leiqian looked at Mao Jianhua and said, Okay. But honey, my career is still rising. I want to wait for us to save more money, Mao Jianhua said with a smile. In fact, he also had some thoughts in his heart. Yi Leiqian's temper used to be so bad. Who knew if it would change in the future? Now that he had such a good job, he would have a lot of money soon. What was Yi Leiqian to him? No matter how good her skills were, it was useless if they couldn't get along. So, he didn't want to have a child for the time being. Well, I'll listen to you. That night, the two of them naturally got together. After that, Yi Leiqian began to ask Mao Jianhua about his work. Mao Jianhua had a bad habit. He liked to show off. He was like this in front of Wang Zhong. So, when faced with Yi Leiqian's questions, he also showed off. General Manager Su Wanqi valued him very much. Even the Dahai Bay Water Park project would be handed over to him when the time came. Now, he and Chen Jiqiang were the talents that Su Wanqi valued the most. That's great. I said that you would definitely do great things. Yi Leiqian flattered. This flattery made Mao Jianhua very happy. He felt that his whole person was much more refreshed. Unfortunately, the more Yi Leiqian flattered, the more Mao Jianhua looked down on Yi Leiqian. He secretly thought, now you know how great I am. At that time, you still wanted a divorce. Humph, now you know who is the real head of the family, right? However, your position is so high now. Why is your salary so ordinary? Yi Leiqian asked deliberately. My salary is ordinary. I have more than 10,000 a month. Mao Jianhua said. That's not much. And I don't understand. Your salary is so low. How did you pay off the debt of our house? You didn't borrow it, right? How is that possible? Mao Jianhua sneered. Did Chen Jiqiang pay it for you? That's not right. You said last time that his salary was only a few thousand yuan more than yours. Mao Jianhua was speechless. Why are you asking this? I'm curious. I also want to think about our future. Why? Don't you want to tell me? No, it's just that these things are hard to say. Why is it hard to say? Yi Leiqian's eyes turned. In the afternoon, Wang Zhong asked her to ask this because Wang Zhong was also very curious about where their money came from. Wang Zhong promised that as long as she asked, he would give her 200,000 yuan. This money was a lot for Yi Leiqian. Anyway, Mao Jianhua had not subsidized her household expenses much until now. She had long stopped treating Mao Jianhua as her husband. That's right. Hubby, say it, say it. The more you don't say it, the more itchy it makes me. Yi Leiqian used the method of acting coquettishly. Her beautiful figure provoked Mao Jianhua. Okay, I'll say it. But you can't tell others. Of course. In this matter, Chen Jiqiang is still the best. Aren't we responsible for several projects? Secretly reduce a little and take a little from the outside. Won't the money come in? After Mao Jianhua finished speaking, he said proudly, this is the way to make money. As long as we continue to do it in the future, won't tens of millions be easy? Wow, hubby, you're really amazing. Ha ha ha, of course. But of course, this kind of thing can't be said casually, understand? Mao Jianhua's words also had the intention of showing off. He just wanted to let his wife know his power and be obedient to him. Unfortunately, what he didn't know was that even if he had money, he had never given Yi Leiqian much. This made Yi Leiqian unable to understand the feeling of being rich at all. And in Yi Leiqian's view, Mao Jianhua's money came from an illegal source. It was better for her to go out and do some business to earn some money. After all, if the other side investigated, it was very likely that this would be confiscated. At that time, she would not get anything. So she had already thought about how to bargain with Wang Zhong. The next day, as soon as Mao Jianhua left, Wang Zhong entered the house. How was the chat? Entering the house, Wang Zhong sat on the sofa. Yi Leiqian also took the initiative and directly sat on Wang Zhong's lap. Guess, I have big news. Yi Leiqian said sweetly. Oh, tell me about it. I spent a lot of effort to find out. Don't worry, as long as your news is useful, money is not a problem. You want to harm Mao Jianhua? Not really. To be honest, I want to discuss a big business with his boss, Su Wanqi, so I need to understand some of the situation there. Do you understand? I understand. Your idea is to get rid of Mao Jianhua and Chen Jiqiang. If they don't leave, I'm afraid you can't get close to Su Wanqi. Wang Zhong was speechless. This girl actually understood. Don't you care about your husband? Wang Zhong originally wanted to hide this point, but he didn't expect Yi Leiqian to not care at all. Him. I don't want to talk to him anymore. I can see that once he has money, he will definitely dump me. Yi Leiqian said quietly. Knock knock knock. Leiqian, I forgot to take my briefcase. Open the door. You're tuning in to the Narrate and Escape YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.